As Lewis Hamilton, now at Ferrari, dares to dream of a record 8th F1 world title, the Tifosi will be hoping the Brits can bring glory back to Italy. To many, Ferrari and Formula One are inseparable. They're the only team in the sport today to have competed in the first World Championship in 1950, are the most successful team in history and have built some absolutely gorgeous cars. Their first driver's title was won in 1952 by Alberto Ascari. Considered one of F1's most dominant and best-loved champions, he drove the iconic Ferrari 500 and defended his title the year after. It was Juan Manuel Fangio in his Ferrari 250 who secured the team's next driver's title in 1956. Remember, he was world champion 5 times with 4 different teams. Mike Hawthorne, Phil Hill and John Surtees also won titles for Ferrari in the 50s and 60s, and the cars back then were beautiful, and they even sounded great, didn't they? Anyway, Ferrari went 11 years without winning a title until Niki Lauda won in 1975 in the iconic 312T. Throughout much of the 80s and 90s, though, Ferrari looked like they'd never go all the way again. Le Professeur Alain Prost came pretty close in 1990, but lost out to his bitter rival and former teammate at McLaren, Ayrton Senna. It was only when John Todt recruited a swathe of staff from outside of Italy, including Michael Schumacher, that the glory days returned 21 years after their last driver's title. The turn of the century saw the prancing horse sprint to an unprecedented 5 consecutive championship doubles. And after Schumacher left, Kimi Raikkonen reclaimed the driver's title immediately. But despite employing 1,500 people, the Iceman remains the last Ferrari world champion. So, 16 constructors' titles, 7 more than McLaren, and 15 drivers' titles, 4 more than, again, McLaren. Ferrari are truly Formula One's top team. Forza Ferrari.
And there we go again.
I mean, do you know what? Sometimes I think this comes round very often, doesn't it?
That's very
You know, life gets past.
Here we are again. End of January, Max.
Can you believe it's the end of January already?
Can you believe it's Easter
already? Can you believe it's Can you believe
the World Cup's over? Can you believe it's Christmas again?
Time passes by. Oh, I can't believe it. I can't believe. Can you believe that?
What can't you believe?
Oh,
and there's the change.
They say get out of bed at 3 a.m. and you can live a day before anyone's lived a day. You're just tired when everyone else is living the day, and it seems a real waste of time.
2
but
days in one,
anything.
every day.
Exactly. Here we go. Dance if you want to. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the world's biggest sports radio station. This is talkSPORT. My name is Max Rushden. Alongside me, Charlie Baker. Charlie, this is just any warm-up.
This is the double award-winning, award-retired warm-up Max on Saturday, the 31st of January 2026. And at 12:30, it's Leicester v Charlton in the Championship. It's a talkSPORT 2 exclusive. Presented by Ollie Klink. Commentary from Adam Bridge. And former Liverpool women's striker, Courtney Sweetman Kirk, the OB producer. It's Adam Bridge. Bridge over troubled water. I will ease your mind like a bridge over troubled water. I will ease your mind. Go get it! And then at 13 o'clock, it's Game Day Live with Forget It. Forget about it. The best in the business. Adrian, forget about it. Durham, go get it. Charlie, Adam, and Mickey Gray. It's on talkSPORT. Adrian, forget it, Durham. Forget about it. With all the goals as they go in from the Premier League and the EFL, including Brighton, the Seagulls, versus Everton, the Toffees, Leeds, the Whites, versus Arsenal, the Gunners, Wolves versus Bournemouth, the Cherries, plus a classified results service at 17:15. Notabaladze. Adrian is at Brighton. Charlie is at Leeds. Mickey is at Wolves. At 15 o'clock, it's QPR Coventry in the Championship. It's a talkSPORT 2 exclusive.
Not on UK TV.
It is not on UK TV.
It is not on UK TV.
Go get it! It's presented by Ollie Klink. Commentary from Ian the Duke of Knutsford Dancer and former Arsenal winger Perry Groves. The OB producer. It's Ian Dancer! Go get it! And then at 20 o'clock, it's Liverpool, the Reds, versus Newcastle, the Magpies. In the Premier League, it's a talkSPORT exclusive. Presented by Faker Others. Commentary from Sam, the Sausage, Gilet Man Matterface, and former England captain Stuart Psycho Pearce, the OB producer. It's Declan McCarthy. Go get it! It's big. La da da da! It's big ticket. La da da da! Dum diddle 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 la da da! Da 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 da! It's big ticket live. Premier League and Championship action you can't afford to miss.
Wayne says, I can't believe I'm listening to this nonsense again. It's like nicotine. I know it's not good for me, but I keep coming back every weekend.
It is good for you. It's good for you.
Go Get It's now sponsored by B&H. Didn't know that was allowed anymore.
I don't know. Lambert and Butler came in first. They came in first. B&H upped it.
They did. Alan Biggs came in with Big Tobacco because he is Big Tobacco.
He loves Alan.
He's like British American tobacco for the UK, for Sheffield. That's what Alan Biggs is.
He loves smoking
honestly,
so much.
Absolutely. Yeah. Fags. Just in every pocket.
Loves fags.
Steve-O says, loving Max's bingo wings. Was probably watching on the YouTube.
You've got bingo wings. Max is a very fit young man.
Been doing some press-ups. My shoulder's been out for a couple of weeks, so my press-ups have taken a bit of a slide.
I've got a bad shoulder, Max. I think I'm sleeping on it funny. I think that's what I'm doing.
Possible.
Can they make a bed with a hole in it?
Well, they do have those, but I think they're for different things, aren't they? I don't know.
I was thinking a long, deep hole that you could that you sleep in. You put your arm in the hole, and then your shoulder wouldn't hurt when you wake up. Would that make sense?
Deborah Meaden is fascinated, but Peter Jones wants to drill down on the numbers.
I'm ooped.
Steve-O says, do you think they could both learn the words to Bridge Over Troubled
Yeah,
Water?
what are the words? Whenever I get to,
I will ease your mind. I'm going for I will ease your mind.
I thought it was I will lay you down at one point.
I think we're singing high enough for people not to notice. I
will ease your mind.
I think so. And wasn't enough energy in the go-get. It's a very Liverpool performance. I expected more, says Mike. That's harsh. I thought that was really good.
If anything, too much energy.
There was a lot of energy there.
It's because we're later today. When we start at 10, it's wild.
Do you think it's wild?
It's wild.
No, I don't want these shows to be better.
No.
Much like the extra half hour on a Sunday, I want this show to be flat as a pancake. I want to deliver absolutely nothing. So management, listen and go. These guys can only do 2 hours.
I think we'll be able to deliver absolutely nothing. I think we're
capable of that. We're offering you today, between now and 1, we are going to give no content. Zero.
You say that, Max. You've come up with a great new game, and I think it's a winner. I think it's a winner.
Good game. And actually, do you know what? We certainly need one competitor for it. So if you'd like to play a brand new game at 11:45 today, which we will do once a year on this day, whenever this day lands on a day that we're doing a show. So it might be once every 4 or 5 years. So there's probably only 5 more of these ever in the history of time. So if you want to play, 03717 223344. Life is ephemeral, Charlie. We don't have long.
That is true, Max. And here we are again at the end of January again.
I can't believe it. I don't know if this is a text topic, but I have something to tell you.
It's never stopped us before.
Yeah, it could be. I have something to tell you, but not in sort of that made it sound serious. I had a game of football today.
Already?
People understand. Yeah, already. I know,
early
10 in the morning. It was an early kickoff. People know that I am on the other side of the world.
Yeah,
it's very kind of you to let me still broadcast. We don't lie about it, don't make a big deal of it, but played a pre-season friendly today.
Very nice.
We played Brazil. We played against Brazil, and playing in centre mid for Brazil was a man called Mineiro who has 24 caps for Brazil and won the Copa America in 2007.
Wow.
I'm going to say his touch was better than mine.
Wow. That's quite a lot for you to say, actually, Max.
I've got a good touch.
For you to finally admit that is,
But the two things that people know about me is I have the greatest touch in the Northern Hemisphere, even though I'm now in the Southern Hemisphere. And also
you can deck anyone?
I could knock anyone out. I could deck anyone. Yeah. I could deck anyone. And that is why Tyson Fury is running away from
How
me.
did you come to be playing this? I bet he was brilliant. I bet no one could get near him. Stood in the middle of the park. Why were you playing against them?
He went in goal for the last 20 minutes and he was still brilliant there.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Yeah, they hammered us. They absolutely hammered us. Anyway, I thought some interesting sex. Just interesting is charity games not included. The most caps you've played against.
Oh, very nice.
I think that could work, couldn't it?
Oh, that's
give us all the
lovely. Yeah, absolutely.
Give us all the details. We want as many details as possible.
And perhaps we'll add all the caps up at the end of the show. And we'll see
and have a big number.
And that'd be lovely, won't it? Wouldn't that be lovely?
Yeah, we'll just see how many caps the entire audience has played against. Becky says, you guys are funny. You put me in a good mood. Go get it.
Go get it,
Becky.
says,
only dolphins can hear you sing Bridge Over Troubled Water, says Sean. But fortunately, 47% of the audience are dolphins. So
they are.
That is really lucky.
But also, on people's bucket list is that they'd love to go swimming with us.
Yeah, it's true.
It's people's dream come true. They say, I'd love to go swimming with Max and Charlie. A Saturday warm-up.
Should we give that as a prize? Once?
Swimming with us.
We'll run a competition. You can go swimming with me and Charlie.
Yeah, a lovely
your
prize
local
for
Lido. Your local Lido will do 5 lengths of breaststroke, no talking. Get out and leave.
I'd struggle 5 lengths.
Struggle with 5 lengths.
I'm not a good swimmer, Max. I'm like a 2-length guy.
Add some jeopardy to the prize, doesn't it?
2 lengths.
Do you think it's going to be one of those?
It's been a very rude start to the show.
I was going to say, Charlie, I can't imagine a time when some music kicks in and they go, talkSPORT are giving away a massive prize for March. It's
it's
a 10-minute swim.
Text swim.
T's and C's apply.
Yes.
That'll
have
rattle
own
some
trunks.
money into the coffers, won't it? Yeah, we're not skinny dipping, for goodness sake.
Well,
this is a sensible swim. It's a sensible swim at a sensible hour of the day at your local Lido. That's what we want. People do not want to go skinny dipping with me and you.
That might be on their bucket list. If that's on your bucket list, then that's what we'll have to offer.
Dave Jones, Super Sundays. Dave Jones says, "Is the match included? Not an actual charity game. Loads of caps. No, I'm saying not a pro celebrity game, Dave. Yeah, that's not.
Tim Vine's been in touch. I know he's playing. How Tall Are They later on.
Only celebrities listening to the show today.
Yeah, on my bucket list is going swimming with us in a bucket. That's nice, Tim. I don't know. How
in a big bucket. It's just really just sitting in a bucket.
Do you know anyone with a big bucket? 81089. Don't answer.
Okay, that's where we.
Let's move on. Move on.
This is the one with Travis Perkins doing my master trade. Find out more at travisperkins.co.uk or download the app.
It will be an underwhelming Premier League title.
It won't be.
I think it will be.
For Arsenal. If they win the title for the first time in 22
they won't care.
years, they will not
No,
care.
they won't care. But everyone else will.
Done. Well, yeah, last year he was giving Liverpool stick for the way they went about.
I've been proved right when you look at them this year. It wasn't.
Well, they still won the league.
It wasn't a great Premier League
but
last year.
They still won the league.
Liverpool can't. That Liverpool team. That's what I said at the time. It was in March. We're at the Charlton Festival. I got a lot of stick from Liverpool fans, but I stand by it. You can't talk about the Liverpool team that won the league last year in the same breath as Manchester City's treble winners, United's treble winners, Jose's Chelsea, Arsenal's invincible.
But it was the first season in their development. It's like this season for Arsenal. This is the first season that they're going to put some silverware on the board. So you don't just automatically put them into a bracket with some of the greatest teams that have ever graced the Premier League. That happens over a longer period of time. It may well be that after that, they had to rejig. They surprised themselves by winning the title last year. They had to rejig. They had to rebuild for the future. It may be that they come again.
Well, it's a different story with Arsenal. They've been building up to this moment. And I think that's why Gabby says, not to their fans, but maybe to the rest of us, if they are only going to score 69 goals, you've said maybe it is a little bit underwhelming. And I love Theo Walcott, but I can't believe he even asked the question on television.
The window is about to slam shut. Transfer deadline day is here again, and the football world means business. We'll bring you the bargains, the whispers, every deal, every twist.
It's been that kind of bonkers window.
An unbelievable window.
Busy transfer window.
talkSPORT keeps you in the know. This is transfer deadline day. This is talkSPORT.
The Australian Open update on talkSPORT with TNT Sports. Stream every set live on Discovery Plus or watch TNT Sports channels on EE, Sky and Virgin Media. Subscription required. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Oh, yeah, Toby Gillies is watching the women's final in Melbourne, and it's gone to a deciding set.
Yeah, Arina Sabalenka has picked her moments all tournament. Any time the pressure has been on, she's delivered, and she's done it again. There was little to suggest the second set was going any way other than a tiebreak, but when the business arrives on the world number one's desk, it's Sabalenka who usually signs and seals the deals. And at 5-4 on Elena Rybakina's serve, she eked it out to love to take the second set. Both players have now dropped a set for the first time this tournament, and it is a simple one-set shootout. What a match that will probably be determined by the highest percentage of points won against the first serve now. That's effectively been the difference in the first two. It's too close to call as Sabalenka looks for a fifth slam title, and Rybakina aims to prove she's not a one-slam wonder. Rybakina's just had a long bathroom break, presumably to reset, and we are underway in the third set that'll determine who will be the Australian Open Women's Singles Champion.
Thank you, Toby. Maybe during a 3-hour show, Charlie, one of us should be able to have an extended bathroom break.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Just silence for a bit. Mike says, I used to play every week with Robert Fleck of Chelsea and Norwich fame. Thought I'd be offering up 60-plus caps. Turns out he's racked up 4 caps for Scotland. Still a fantastic touch, despite having no knees left. I'm adding them up. MUFC 0161, I played against Martin Petrov, 90 caps in the Manchester Saturday Morning League. We lost 1-0 to a Petrov goal 80 minutes in. My mate who played left-back, who paid an absolute blinder, still got pelters for not showing him outside and letting him in. Don't let Petrov inside.
Don't let him in. Don't let him inside.
We need to accumulate all the caps we've played against.
This is a good one. This is Paul. On several occasions at my weekly five-a-side game in Wales, we've been joined by Benjani, 42 caps for Zimbabwe.
Great.
He spent one half time on the phone to Bruce Grobbelaar trying to get tickets for Liverpool v Man City.
Good. Keep those coming, please. 8:29 at Max Rushden at Baker Street. It's Quaker Afari time.
Let's go surfing now.
Everybody's learning how Quaker
Afari. Welcome, Quaku. How are you?
Hello, Quaku.
I'm good, thanks, guys. How are you getting on?
Yeah, very well,
yes,
thank
very
you. Really
good.
nice to see your face.
It is nice to see you. 5 Premier League games to get through. 9 minutes to do it in. Well, I think Leeds Arsenal is fascinating, right? Because obviously Arsenal have been on this bad run. 2 points out of a possible 9. Elland Road is, I don't think it's the dream place to go when you've been on that run.
It's not at all. And weird things happen at Elland Road. You think about the game against Chelsea where they beat Chelsea and that set in motion Maresca's kind of demise at the football club. It's after Leeds that Mo Salah did that weird interview after the match, and it was after the Leeds game that Ruben Amorim effectively sacked himself. And so Arsenal have got to be careful in this one. This is the Leeds side that have turned things around, and it is a different place under light. So what they need to do is in the first half keep it tight, and in the second half they'll be able to get it rocking at Elland Road, because they give the best teams in this league a good game, and this is an Arsenal team that are reeling off the back of a couple of poor results, 3 poor results in the league, and they're a team that are lacking confidence, lacking firepower, and if Leeds sense any vulnerability, I expect them to strike and take advantage of it.
And they're a big physical side, aren't they, Leeds? That's how they've been playing. Do you think that's why all these interviews have happened after the game? Because managers feel like they should be able to beat that sort of team, but they can't often.
Yeah, they do a good job of rattling the opposition, and the change came, and Daniel Farke deserves a lot of credit. Bear in mind, this is the manager that, after gaining promotion last season, people were talking about his future at the football club, and the fact that he's turned things around and changed up the formation as well. It was the game against Man City that he changed the things around, and for Leeds, they haven't looked back since then. And yeah, they do a good job, especially at home, with getting the fans involved and making it difficult for the opposition to play and using their physicality. Yeah. We all know that Arsenal are one of the most physical teams in the league, so it'll be a really interesting matchup. And I do fancy Leeds to get something out of this. I'm going for a draw in this one.
Okay, it'll be fascinating if that does happen ahead of, City and Villa playing tomorrow, not against each other, I should point out. Liverpool, Newcastle tonight, live on talkSPORT at 8 o'clock. Pressure on Arne Slot. How do you see it going here, Kwaku?
Yeah, maybe relieved a little bit of the pressure of that big win against Karabag in the Champions League. But yeah, Liverpool struggled in the league. It was a poor loss against Bournemouth, and this is a fixture that does evoke memories of classic games in the Premier League. Even the fixture earlier on at St James's Park, which Liverpool stole at the death. If you cast your mind back to the 90s and Stan Collymore breaking Kevin Keegan's heart, this is a fixture that has provided some classic results. And I know that it's been in the balance and they've had some close games, but in recent seasons, Liverpool have dominated Newcastle. They're unbeaten in their last 18 in the league, winning 13 and drawing 5. And I know that Liverpool have been up and down, but I do, for some reason, expect them to maybe start to turn things around today and get a win against the Newcastle side.
Good stuff. Chelsea, West Ham, great. I think it's a great. You're a Chelsea fan, Kwaku. I think it's a great start for Liam Rosenior, but I am a Liam Rosenior fan. But that's great v Napoli, who haven't lost in a while. Yeah, it's a really, really good result. And I want Liam Rosenior to do well, but I can't sit here and now say that I'm vindicated. I didn't think he'd do this well, basically. He's won 5 out of his first 6 games as Chelsea manager, and those victories have come in 4 different competitions. So, yeah, he's doing a very good job. And this is a West Ham team that are off the back of a couple of decent results themselves, beating Spurs and beating Sunderland. And it's actually 3 wins in a row if you include the game against QPR in the FA Cup. So West Ham have started to kind of build momentum under Nuno, and they'll be looking at the teams above them and thinking they can be caught. I think people were writing West Ham off maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, but they are finding their feet. But this is a Chelsea team that are playing full of confidence, and I've said it since the beginning of the season. Chelsea's ceiling is as good as any team in the world. And we've seen it with some results this season, beating the champions of England in Liverpool, beating the champions of Italy in Napoli, beating the champions of Spain in Barcelona. But Chelsea's floor is really low. And that inconsistency is the reason why you can't really bank on Chelsea. But today against a West Ham team that despite the fact they've been in decent form in recent weeks, I think Chelsea should run out as winners in this one. I'm confident that Rosenior will be able to pick up his 6th win as Chelsea manager.
So if their floor is low and their ceiling is high, they're a massive room.
Lovely Victorian sort of place.
Probably
original
floorboards, bay windows.
Like the fireplace is still there.
And you get the idea.
Yeah,
Wolves, Bournemouth, Kwaku, how do you see that one?
Wolves are down, but they have kind of turned things around in terms of performances and results in recent weeks. And you can say the same thing about Bournemouth. They started the season really strongly and then really struggled in November and large parts of December, but have managed to turn things around. A big win against Spurs a couple of weeks ago, a big win against Liverpool last weekend. And so I do expect Bournemouth to win this one, but Wolves will give them a good game because despite the fact they're not fighting for survival, I think it's beyond them at this point. Rob Edwards has shown that he's instilled some sort of philosophy there, and Wolves become a much harder team to beat.
Bit of shape, hasn't he, put in there? Yeah, it's been good.
He's done well. Yeah, he has done well. And you still think, oh, maybe could they? But since you're right. I think they are down. But I just love the idea. Just imagine it. Finally, last on Match of the Day, Brighton Everton, Kwaku.
Oh, harsh. But yeah, you're probably right. These teams are maybe more Brighton than Everton, are the most inconsistent teams in the Premier League. Brighton, you don't really ever know where you're at with them, but since December, they've got one of the poorest records in the Premier League, especially at home. They've struggled to pick up wins at the Amex. Everton, they're firmly mid-table. They're sitting 10th in the Premier League table, and I can understand why you're saying last in the Match of the Day match, because this one just screams a one draw.
It could be a classic.
It might be 8-all.
Come at me tomorrow.
Yeah, now this one's got draw written all over it. And I do think it needs to be said, it needs to be recognised how well David Moyes has done with Everton. There's not been too much investment. He's turned the fortunes of some players around. If you think about Barry up top, and I really think he's done a great job at Everton, and I expect him to go and get at least a point at the Amex later on today.
Brilliant, Kwaku.
Good stuff, Kwaku. Wonderful stuff. Thanks for coming on, pal.
Thank you, mate. Cheers.
Nice one,
Barry. There. Thank you, Kwaku. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Kwaku.
Thank you, Kwaku. Thank you, Kwaku.
Cheers, guys.
Kwaku. Nice
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Kwaku. Thank you, Charlie.
Cheers.
This is the warm-up on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins, doing what matters for the trade. Find out more at travisperkins.co.uk or download the app.
problem I have with him. He done it again on the weekend against Arsenal. He played a pass to Mbeumo, and he was at fault for a poor pass. And he's thrown his arms up at Mbeumo, and Mbeumo's actually giving him some back of like, come on. As a player, you don't like players throwing your arm.
Why is that wrong? That happens all the time.
But as a player, having played it at the game, anybody throws your arms up at you, you always have. You don't like it. Ask any players playing now, you don't like it. That's what he let himself down at. Garnacho copied him.
Don't compare Garnacho to Bruno Fernandes.
I'm saying he copied him. I'm not comparing him. I'm saying he copied. It's not a good example when you're throwing your arms up at your teammates. What he does on the pitch, his performances, outstanding.
That because he's from a different culture, from a different sort of upbringing, and
it's
he's
a
got
Portuguese mentality,
demeanour. He has, if you look at Jose Mourinho and the way he conducts himself, it's different to the way that Michael Carrick conducts himself because they're brought up in different cultures. And if you're going to have the World League, which
who else do you see do it?
Loads of players do it. Go watch Spanish football.
In the Premier League.
Yeah, but that's the point, Sam. I spend a lot of time in Portugal, as you know, and they are that sort of mentality. They are an expressive population. So I think that's why it stands
does
out.
it quite a lot, doesn't he? He gets the arm,
but also just
up in the air.
Graham Souness is going back to a different world, really. I don't want to say prehistoric views, but they don't make captains.
Has Jim ever done a deadline day, Charlie? He could be all right?
Yeah, I hope they give him the opportunity on Monday.
Yeah, I hope they do. Thank you for the opportunity, Lord Sugar.
Thank you.
Sam Russell writes, played one game against Chris Waddle. I think he was 59 at the time. He played for Long Bennington Vets. Me and my mates are Botsford Vets. 2-2. And Waddle lobbed our keeper from the halfway line. It made it onto Match of the Day. After the game, Chris came to the pub and donned a long blonde wig, a.k.a. Diamond Lights. Top bloke. God, he's ticked every box there, Waddle, hasn't he? Absolutely.
He's done all the hits. He's played the hits there, Waddle.
He really has. Jim says, I played against David James a couple of times. There's 53 caps right there. He didn't play in goal. He eschewed goal to play up front. At one point, hit a pile driver into my teammate's face. He couldn't have been more apologetic about my mate's newly Picasso-esque nose. When footballers have kicked a ball in your face is another good
that's what a lovely idea that is.
How many is he? 53. David James, 53 caps. This is great. This is good fun, isn't it? Anyway, let's look at the latest odds of today's action with William Hill.
In the Zone on talkSPORT. Brought to you by Final One Standing from William Hill. 18 plus gambleaware.org. Terms and conditions apply.
Phelps.
I need somebody.
Phelps.
Not just anybody.
Phelps.
You know I need someone.
Phelps. Welcome, Lee Phelps.
How you doing? You okay?
Yeah, good, Lee.
Yeah.
8 caps.
Good, thank you.
8 caps.
Split between 2 players.
Yeah.
All right.
3, David Hurst, former Sheffield Wednesday. What a strike.
Yeah.
3 caps, I think he got from England. And Lee Sharp, 8 caps. I thought he got more caps than that. Lee Sharp, charity game, of course.
No, we're not having charity games.
No
They don't count.
games, I'm afraid.
Okay, what about 5-a-side?
5-a-side, yeah. We'll take
if it's
5-a-side.
if it's real, if it's a real game.
Yeah, 5-a-side.
You can have it.
Okay,
David Hurst. David Hurst. We'll put that in.
Nice.
Tell me what the gold weekend is, please, Lee.
It's basically William Hill all weekend, more offers across the app and in shops. Gold weekend, so you've got a new Final One Standing league starting, £50,000 jackpot. Starts at 3 o'clock today. Anyone can join. So whether you're in a league already, whether you've never played, if you're a registered William Hill customer, you can play for free as usual. Pick a Premier League team to win. If they win, you go through, just like last man standing. We've got epic boosts on every single Premier League game this weekend. We've got ACCA betting gets on your football and your racing. You've got epic boosts on your darts, Australian Open tennis. Got boosts on the boxing and UFC as well. So yeah, loads going on. If you check it out on the app or in shop, you'll see it right there in front of you, the gold weekend. 15 players left, by the way, in a £100,000 Final One Standing game going in. And they're split right across. There's 15 of them. They're split across loads of different teams. So it probably will roll over into the next round. But there's been a lot of draws in the Premier League recently. And so we've had loads of weekends where teams have either been shocked because they've lost a game, like Liverpool against Bournemouth, or teams are drawing. So, yeah, we're looking forward to seeing what happens this weekend in Final One Standing.
And if everyone drops out, we're all back in.
Everyone's back in.
Unofficially, everyone's back in. 3 p.m. kickoffs, how do you see them, Lee?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just listening to Quaker. I agree with a lot of what he said, to be fair. I mean, Leeds Arsenal, I'm based up in the north of England, surrounded by Leeds fans. Ellen Road will be absolutely rocking today. They're 5-1 to win the game, Leeds. The draw's 3-1, and Arsenal are 8-15. When they're going to smash them 5-0 in August at the Emirates, you kind of all thought, Leeds' fate might be sealed here already, but the manager's done a brilliant job, as you guys were just saying, rallied against the relegation predictions. Ellen Road has lived up to its its cliched fortress status, hasn't it? And it really, hadn't kind of put 2 and 2 together, the things that Quaker was saying about what's happened after being at Ellen Road. It's not a good place to go, is it? I see Leeds scoring minimum against the title favourites, who've obviously wobbled defensively recently. They've conceded 40% of the season's goals in the last 6 matches, conceded 7 goals in the last 6 matches. They've only conceded 17 all seasons. I'm going to go for both teams to score draw. So any score draw at 9-2. I like that. And there's the epic boost on that one is Arsenal to score in the first half at even money. I think they'll come out fast. I think they'll have to, be a bit more attacking than they have been, especially at Ellen Road. So Arsenal to score in the first half, even money is the epic boost on that one.
What about Liverpool Newcastle, Lee?
Yeah, these are 3 p.m.s, by the way. Everton game, I think it will be a low scorer. I don't disagree that it might be last than match of the day, but I think Everton are over 3-1 aren't a bad price to go to Brighton and win. It wouldn't be a massive surprise if you saw, at 5 o'clock, Everton have beaten Brighton 2-1 or something. So I think 3-1. I think Chelsea win at home to West Ham. Wolves against Bournemouth, going over the goals there. Epic Boost has over 2.5 goals from odds on to even money. Yeah, then Liverpool, Newcastle. Liverpool are odds on, because they're at home to Newcastle. 1994, the last time Newcastle won in the league at Anfield. They're 3-1. The draw's 14-5. The Epic Boost is for a goal in both halves. So it was 2-1 on that. It's now even money. I can see another draw. It's boring, isn't it? But score a draw again, because Liverpool just aren't, apart from Karabag, and you can't really count that, can you? They're just not getting it done. Newcastle aren't very good away from home. So, yeah, I think another draw. Well, looking forward to it. I think there'll be goals in it.
Oh, yeah.
With all due respect to our Karabag listeners, of course. Plenty of other things happening, Lee, aren't there? Racing, tennis, darts, boxing, etc.
Racing, it was supposed to be a brilliant weekend of racing, Dublin Racing Festival. Obviously, the weather's curtailed that, and Weatherby's gone today as well, but still plenty of good racing at Sandown. We've got an Epic Boost as part of Gold Weekend for that. It's Kitsbull to win the 240, the Scilly Isles Novice Chase. Willie Mullen, 6-year-old, is unbeaten in 2-race chasing career so far. So Kitsbull to win the 240, Scilly Isles is the Epic Boost there, even money. We've got boost on the Aussie Open tennis, as I said, the World Darts Masters, UFC, boxing up in Newcastle. Josh Kelly's going for a world title, and in New York we've got Shaka Stevenson versus Teofimo Lopez. So it's a cracking day of sport. Can't wait for it all.
Yeah, great.
Good stuff, Lee. Thanks for coming on, pal.
Thank you.
That was today's odds with William Hill and the Gold Weekend. More offers all weekend. Golden. Visit williamhill.com for all the latest offers. T's and C's apply. 18+, gambleaware.org.
In the Zone on talkSPORT. Brought to you by Final One Standing from William Hill. 18+, gambleaware.org. Terms and conditions apply.
Gary in Watford's been in touch.
Hello, Gary.
To say, not footballers with caps, but at the opening of the Warner's Holiday Call Centre in Hemel Hempstead in 2002, I was chosen in a team to row against the 2000 Olympic gold medal team. Redgrave and Pinson.
Oh, no.
Not caps, but 9 Olympic golds. I mean, not easy, but also... when do they go? We're opening this call centre, and the way we're going to celebrate is
we get Pinson rowing in a call centre.
A regatta? Was they have a regatta to open a call centre? Does that always happen when you open a call centre?
I don't know. So you've got to launch stuff however you can. That's just how it works.
Do you? What does that mean?
Well,
do you mean
however you
can.
There's a new Juicens opening in St Austell.
So what are they doing? The 3,000-metre steeplechase against Wilson Kipketer?
We were talking about this on my non-league podcast that I do, and called National Obsession. And Peter Reid and Nigel Martin and Jimmy Bullard are all at the opening of the Juicens St Austell.
Good.
This weekend, So good luck to them.
Doing what?
There's also,
I go to Travis Perkins.
I do actually. I don't know why I'm even saying that. I'm regretting saying it, if I'm honest. Do look up Perry Shakes Drayton's Instagram reel. She took part. She's an Olympic gold medalist, of course. She took part in the mums race at her kids' school.
That's great.
And it's absolutely insanely
really
brilliant.
Go for it.
Really went for it.
Full GB outfit as well.
Really
Actually,
put
full
her back
GB
into it. Like,
love that.
Great stuff.
Ryan says, if we drop points today, I want Arteta. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Good. Be good to go on clips. I very rarely do.
Yeah, sure.
If we drop points today, I want Arteta sacked at full time. Not even joking. Right. 4 points clear of the Premier League.
Premier League, yeah.
You've got 100% record in the Champions League. Should every other manager in European football be sacked?
Yeah. I worry about Celtic fans and Arsenal fans seem to be pretty fragile a lot of the time. Like they're really worried about it.
My mate Curly, who used to work on Soccer M, says Jimmy Bullard's in Thailand. I don't think he's going to make that event anyway, unless there is a direct flight to St Austell. But we'll find out. Anyway, how tall are they? How tall are they next? We're in the second leg. Is this the final second leg? I think it is the final quarter-final second leg. Nigel Adderley versus Tim Vine. Tim Vine is taking a slender one-height advantage away to Nigel Adderley. It's a tough place to go. Love to Nigel. We'll play that next.
Nigel.
I've got to say, though, I mean, I am with Dino on this one, really, as opposed to yourself, Jay. But I think Thomas Frank should be given Tom. I think the trouble is, you see, it's too easy to sort of say, oh, we're not doing well, sack the manager, right? He's only been in the job 6 months. Let's be frank here, right? I'm going to spell it out for the other fans, right? They're listening to your glorious channel, right? We finished 17th in the league. He has not taken over a team that finished in the top 4. We qualified the Champions League because we won that trophy.
Yeah, we won the Europa League and we had a load of injuries and we sacked off the Premier League at the end of last season. So, yeah, I know we finished 17th and it wasn't good enough. I get that. But there needed to be a massive improvement. With the players that we've got, we shouldn't be where we are in the table. You can't... The performances, Chris, are not acceptable in the Premier League. That's your bread and butter. And look, we're a great side in the Champions League and we're a joy to watch. But that's got to go into the Premier League performances.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the thing is, look, we should have done better against Burnley. There's no question about that. But I do think as well, again, this is where with Dino in this one, right? The thing is, I don't think it's all Thomas Frank's fault, right? We need, right? And the thing is, look, you know, this is a hangover from the old boardroom that were there, right? We did not push the boat out enough for signings, right? I mean, we've got a lot of average players in that team, right? I mean, apart from Van der Ven, Porro, and maybe Kulusevski,
Romero,
they are bang average. Romero as well. They're
Hello and welcome to talkSPORT Goals. We've been taking you through what should be another busy day of football.
Chance to win it!
We don't need to do that, guys.
I'm going to owe you an apology.
How would you get to that conclusion? That's a weak mentality.
Oh, get out of it, Biggs.
The Australian Open update on talkSPORT with TNT Sports. Stream every set live on Discovery Plus or watch TNT Sports channels on EE, Sky and Virgin Media. Subscription required. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Unbelievable women's final going on in Melbourne at the moment. Toby Gillis.
There is a look of real anguish on world number 1 Arina Sabalenka's face because having streaked to a 3-love lead in the third set of this women's singles final against Elena Rybakina, she has now lost 4 games in a row. Rybakina with some of the most crisp hitting of this match. Just as the pressure was getting to her, she has got cool, she has got calm, she has got collected, and after a little bit of a pep talk from her coach, asking her to up the energy, she has responded. She was beaten in 3 sets, having taken the first 3 years ago in this very final against the same opponent. Is this year going to be the Kazakhs' year? She's 4-3 up, about to come out to serve a break-up against the world number 1 in the Australian Open final.
Hello, I wish I was a little bit taller.
So here we go from one extremely fascinating, topsy-turvy elite sporting event to another as we are into the quarterfinal second legs of How Tall Are They? And at home today, it's Nigel Adderley.
Love to Nigel.
Love to Nigel.
Love to Nigel.
Nigel.
How are we doing?
Hello,
Good
Nigel.
stuff. You're 2-1 down at home to Tim Vine. How are you feeling?
It's going to be tough. He's a good player, but we've done some good business in the window. Got a couple of bodies in, and we're hoping that we'll see that business on the field here today.
A couple of heights in.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Let's bring him on. It's Tim Vine.
She said so. I'm in love with him and he's Tim Vine.
Welcome, Tim.
Great to be. I love that tennis report. Crisp hitting sounds like a new game for you guys, I think. Crisp
hitting. Nice. How far can you hit a skip? How far can you hit a hula hoop?
I think what it is Tim has a selection of potato chips.
Yes.
In front of him, crisps. And he hits it with a tennis racket, and we have to guess
which crisp it
is
was.
Salt and vinegar square crisp.
That was a Walker's cheese and onion.
That was a big.
That's great.
That was a McCoy. You can feel it was a McCoy.
That's a real
Okay, then
McCoy.
2-1. You're 2-1 up away at Nigel Adderley. So this is good stuff. How you feeling, Tim?
Taking nothing for granted. Because to be honest with you, sometimes, well, let's be honest, mostly you read out the names of players I've not heard of.
Yeah, that does affect things.
Well,
but let's play. Let's play, everybody. Okay, it's a Traitors special. It's a Traitors special. As we've established before, Tim, these are puns. I don't know if you're used to puns, but good luck with it.
Not crazy about them, but I'll go with it.
Do you need us to explain how it works, Tim? It's sort of the word can mean two things, and it's wordplay.
Yeah, I understand how. Yeah. I understand as I look or sound.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, it's more sound.
Here we go
than
then.
looks, but, you know.
Nigel, you're at home, Nigel, so it's you first. How tall is Claudia Winkle-Manu Petit? How tall is Claudia Winkle-Manu Petit? How tall is Emmanuel Petit, Nigel?
Oh, right.
Yeah, we got there in the end. 6'3".
6'3". Tim Vine, how old is Manu Petit?
Not how old. How tall?
How tall?
Different game.
Different game. Good
Different game
game
altogether.
Good
Great game.
That is
Eat it.
Curveball, Tim.
It's a kid's
Sorry,
game.
Tim.
A waste of half an hour.
I'm amazed that, listen, I'm having seen him win the World Cup, I'm amazed that height has been 6'3" sounds too big. 6'2".
Ooh,
6'1". Okay, so it's still tight. It's still tight.
Love to Nigel. Okay, here we go. Traitor Andre Flo, Tim. Traitor Andre Flo. How tall is Tor Andre Flo?
Okay, well now this guy I do remember played for Chelsea, didn't he?
Did you? Yeah, he did. Yeah.
And I think very lanky. I'm actually gonna say, mind you, lanky can be a distraction, can't it?
Can be.
For height. But I'm gonna say 6'2".
Okay.
6'4".
Yeah.
It's two apiece.
Tim,
Really
I will
good
just
stuff.
say Dominic Solanke is an actual footballer. So
Here we go. Okay, Nigel, back to you. It's 2-2. It's all to play for. How tall is... I've just had the best time. Remember, it's just a game. I love you all as people. Some of the most amazing people. I've had the time of my life. I am, and I have always been, Ricardo Faith Fuller. How tall is Ricardo Fuller?
6 foot on the nose.
6 foot on the nose, Tim Vine?
Just going to assume that footballers are tall, 6'1".
6'3". Okay, still 2-2.
Wow, it's 2. What a game!
So tight.
What a
God,
game!
it's tense, isn't it?
I've just got to work out what the pun is. Oh yes, here we go. Tim Vine, how tall is all sat around the table Xavier? Abel Xavier. Abel Xavier. Have I said that right?
As in Iniesta and Xavier, you mean? Is that right? Or is that someone else?
No. Abel Xavier.
Abel Xavier.
Played
Abel
for Everton.
Okay, right. Oh, bit of help there. Okay. I'm going to say 6 foot on the nose.
6 foot on the nose. Love to Nigel Adderley. Love to Nigel.
I think he's quite close. I mean, was this when he had his hair sort of spiked up, or sort of just his height to the top of the forehead?
Just heights we're going with.
6'2".
Boom.
Oh, can you believe
Wow.
that?
Adderley takes the lead.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Unbelievable.
You need this, Tim. You need this
Superb.
to take it. To take it to a tie break, you need this, Tim Vine. But it is love to Nigel Adderley to guess first. How tall, Nigel, is Ally McCoist? Ally McCoist. How tall is he?
Colleague.
Well, I tried to mark him during a five-a-side game in Qatar. Haplessly, he scored 6 wearing flat soles. So I would say 5'11".
5'11". Tim Vine.
5'10".
Adderley opened the door. Despite personal knowledge of his colleague, he opened the door.
Okay, so
I never saw him.
We're in to a tie break. So the way the tie break works is we will give you a footballer and we just go back and forth until you get the correct height. Okay. So I will ask you as yours at home, Nigel, what hand is my tape measure in, Nigel? What hand is my tape measure in? Because it is how tall are they?
Left hand.
It's in my right hand, just for the YouTube viewers. There it is.
Yes, I'm through. Oh, that's not it.
That's not it. No,
it's not it yet, Tim.
Come on, Vine.
But you get. Well, do you want to go first or second, Tim?
I'll go second, please.
Interesting choice.
Yeah, never done in darts, but it freaked me out once when someone did that in darts. So,
okay.
Wow, wait, this is interesting.
Okay, how tall, Nigel?
Love to Nigel.
Is Barry Banish. Barry Bannonish. Barry Bannon. How tall is Barry Bannon?
Bannon. Millwall.
Ball. 5'6".
Tim Vine.
Well, that's a very interesting guess from Nigel there. 5'8".
5'7".
He's 5'7".
He's 5'7".
I can't believe it.
Nigel Adderley. Vine out.
Absolutely wild scenes.
Fine. It was there for you on a plate.
It was.
Yeah.
I've had the most fantastic time.
Good.
Over these past 5 years.
The thing is, Tim, Steve Sidwell apparently was in the talkSPORT offices the other day. No one mentioned the darts, but so it's getting closer. So
I know that Steve Sidwell is a mythical character, so there's no point getting that up.
But the Trust Darts COVID final, maybe we need another pandemic and then we can play it. But we're still doing everything we can, Tim. Here's hoping. Thank you, Tim. Well done, Nigel.
Thank you, Tim.
Well done, Nigel.
Well done, Nigel. Love to Nigel.
Into the semi-finals, Nigel Adderley. What a game. That was a great game, wasn't it? It's Max and Charlie, brought to you with the good people of Travis Perkins, doing what matters for the trade. Find out more at travisperkins.co.uk or download the app. Rich says, gotta love this show. There's nothing better than two blokes singing out of time with each other while being out of tune, singing the wrong words. Rich the Postie. Lars Sivertson joins us in just a second.
I'm doing this gig up a ski slope, end of season in Austria, and I'm with my dad, and we're travelling down to the gondola. It's a big gig, but we'll get up there in a gondola, and my security goes, Maradona's here, and he wants to say hello to you. I'm like, Maradona in Austria? I'm like, yeah, get out of the car, and there's Maradona. And like, I don't speak Spanish. And, but we're very happy to see each other, and we have our pictures taken together, and we go up in the gondola, and my dad's like, what's your life like, son? I go, it's amazing, isn't it? People like Maradona want to come and see me, And then 2 days later, I'm looking at the news on the Mac, and Maradona is at the Chelsea game. And that Maradona hasn't got a beard at the Chelsea game. That wasn't Maradona that I met.
No, it was.
It was an imposter.
What, claiming to be Maradona?
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
You ever been scammed like that?
Not like that.
Didn't you scam someone though, didn't you?
What was that? What
It was
scammed a lot of people, mate. Which one?
You scammed someone to get in a club, didn't you? Saying that we thought you was a monster.
Oh no, that was the guy that was the lead singer. Oh my God, you've thrown me now. His name, what was the band? Oh my God, Brother Beyond, and his name was, can't remember it.
No.
But anyway, I got in there, and then I'm in the club, and he thinks I'm the lead singer, Nathan Moore, right? Nathan Moore, and he thinks I'm the lead singer from Brother Beyond.
Yeah.
And they had a song, The Harder You Try. We'll play it in a second, right? And Nathan Moore, at that stage, was one of the...
More green jackets have been lost at the 12th than at the Augusta City Dry Cleaners. Rory McIlroy knows this better than most. But what is Amen Corner, and why is it so iconic? The famous sequence has always been there since the Masters began in 1934. It didn't get its name until '58, though, when American sports writer Herbert Warren Wind, on the left, wrote, "At the farthest reach of the Augusta National Course, down in the Amen Corner." He drew inspiration from the 1933 jazz song Shouting in That Amen Corner by the Dorsey Brothers. The reason behind its difficulty is all in the sand and the water. Tournament officials don't even bother to count the balls lost in there each year, such is the sheer number. The 11th, named White Dogwood, is a downhill 520-yard par 4 with a pond to the left of the green and a bunker to the right. Both cause a lot of trouble each year. The 12th, Golden Bell, is perhaps the most famous hole in the world, with danger everywhere. Many aim for the flag, but look, get it even slightly wrong, and you're in the azaleas at the back, or the bunkers at the front, or even worse, Rays Creek. Or you can play it safe and aim for the open green on the left. You chicken. Tiger Woods once said, if you make 4 bogeys from Thursday to Sunday, you're doing well. And the highest ever score on that hole? 13. It's a par 3. Tom Weiskopf in 1980 was the sorry soul. Often the iconic Ben Hogan Bridge is the only thing players enjoy about Golden Bell. Even if you escape there unscathed, though, you met with Azalea, the dogleg par 5 13th. It tempts players to go for the green in 2, but cut over those trees on the left at your peril. Every year, it seems, Amen Corner destroys someone's dreams. Rory McIlroy dropped 3 shots through here as his round unravelled in 2011. In 2016, a year after navigating Amen Corner expertly, Jordan Spieth shot a quadruple bogey on the 12th to throw away his green jacket. I mean, it sounds like my game, to be honest. So who'll be the next to be brought to their knees, praying for mercy after Amen Corner?
We've lost someone, by the way, Max. We've lost a listener. They've gone.
What's happened?
Couldn't cope with the singing. They just said, no.
I mean, it's fair enough.
Off I go. Off I go. Turning off. The singing's too much or something. Turning off. Okay. Totally stupid singing, says here.
I mean...
Anonymous.
I mean, as an accusation, it's fair.
Sure.
Like, we can't criticise that. I think it's fair to say.
Turning off feels a lot. Go and listen to Virgin Radio. It's great fun. Great music. Huey's on at the moment.
It's really what you're meant to do on a radio show.
Well, I think we can promote our sister station.
Oh, okay, I understand.
Virgin Radio.
Yeah, All Times Radio, excellent. Highfalutin news. Now we need.
Of all the other stations, I'm going to promote Virgin Radio. Just say that.
Ah, good for you. Are you on this afternoon?
I'm on 2 till 6. Max, finish here at 1. An hour off.
Yeah.
2 till 6.
Well, interestingly, Charlie does broadcasts as an hour off after each show and then does another show, and that's how he lives his life.
Constantly
broadcasting. Yeah. We are doing a brand new quiz at 11:45.
I'm excited.
And we need a competitor. We need you to enter now so we can give you a theme tune. 03717 223344. If you would like to play, not going to tell you what it is, but all you have to do is be able to hear me and Charlie ask you questions, and you'll be absolutely fine. Nothing to win. You can win 10 minutes skinny dipping with the pair of us. Right, time to look ahead to today's action with Enterprise Rent-A-Car.
Destination football on talkSPORT with Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Whatever it is, we're here for it.
Well, this could be the last time. This could be the last time.
Maybe the last time, I don't know.
Hey, Lars, you okay?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
The harmonies.
Huge
What a
week.
start.
Huge week for you, Lars. Huge
I mean,
for
is it?
But a glimpse.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Inter in the knockouts. I mean, that's going to be... There's a part of me that's a little sad they didn't get Real Madrid. You know, imagine sending Mbappe and the lads to the Arctic Circle in February.
Yeah.
I mean, you like that. But Inter, probably slightly better chance against Inter. So, yeah, that's an exciting one.
Okay.
I think Inter have got a bit more, like, grit about them. I think you had a better chance against Real Madrid. I mean, I say you. I don't know if you see yourself as just
let's
a
be fair, Max. I would have
a
very bad chance against any of them, to be honest.
That is true.
I've been working out recently. You know, my physical condition is improving, but not ready for Real Madrid or Inter just yet.
Lars Sivertson will play Real Madrid. It's interesting. Anyway, where do you want to start today? I think we should start Ellen Road. I think Leeds Arsenal is the pick of the games today.
Yeah, no, this is so interesting. So this is eccentric behavior by me, but the last sort of week or so, I've spent asking almost every Arsenal fan I know, why are you guys freaking out so much?
Yeah, I agree.
What's happening? And the answer I'm getting, because I wanted to get this from like people I know and not just from angry people on the internet. It seems to me the very reasonable, intelligent Arsenal supporting friends I have, the reason they go to is because they have now finished second so many times, because it's been such a long time since they actually got over the line that they just have memories of it going wrong and they don't have a lot of memories of it going right. So it is that sort of creeping sense that, oh no, it's happening again. And this is why this game is so incredibly interesting. This is it has the Arsenaling began, or are we just freaking out for no reason? They've had, can we even call it a mini slump when they're still 4 points off the clear on the top of the table? But they have had a couple of games now in the league on the trot where they haven't won. It's 2 draws and a defeat in the last 3 in the league. That could be completely coincidental. You could look at the Man United game and say, that's a game in which you made a freak defensive error of the kind that you haven't made all season, and then you concede 2 goals from outside the box, that one of which was from Dorgu. The odds of that happening are not, they're pretty...
what a goal.
Yeah. Point is, if you're Arsenal, you can still just kind of sit back and say, we're still in a good position, we're still fine. But when it comes off the back of 2 0-0s, maybe you start to worry a little bit. Now, Leeds, we've spent so much time bemoaning the scourge of the back 3 in recent times because of Man United and all that. Leeds, since they switched to the back 3, since Daniel Farke went to 3 at the back in December, early December, I believe it was, they're actually 6th in the league if only those 10 games counted. They've only lost 1 in the last 10, 3 wins, 6 draws. They're not an easy team to beat, Leeds. They're physical, they're well organized, they're tough. they are the kind of team that, I mean, if this was the quote-unquote soft Arsenal of the past, you'd expect them to struggle there. But whatever you say about this Arsenal team, I don't think they're soft. There's a lot of big, strong guys there. So I think this should be quite a muscular encounter, I would imagine. A lot of tough guys.
Yeah, I am sort of getting Allardyce, Bolton vibes v Wenger here. Yeah. Do you think they've been overly reliant? Do you think they've been overly reliant on set pieces, Lars? Arsenal?
I think overly reliant. I wouldn't put it that way. I would say the fact that it's not a problem that you score a lot of goals from set pieces. That's a good thing. But if you score fewer goals off set pieces, clearly, that's not. Well, no, this is an obvious point. But yeah, I think I look at it in the other direction, which is the sense that there have been times this season where their attack in open play hasn't been firing, and it's great that they have set pieces to fall back on then. But I think they need to offer a little bit more. And I think, again, the consensus is, again, having spent a lot of time speaking to Arsenal fans, is that they would like to see the attackers just play with a little bit more freedom, take a little bit more risks. I know that comes with the offshot of you lose the ball a little bit more and you have to defend a little bit more. But I think, guys like Martin Ødegaard, he's become someone who attracts a lot of criticism because he is just a little bit too safe sometimes. And I think this is something that us as Norwegians, I mean, we're very blessed to have Martin Ødegaard for our national team representing our country. He's so skillful. He's got so much vision. You want him to try slightly more difficult things sometimes and just play a little bit less safe. Maybe that's something that could help Arsenal if he could do that.
Very safe people, the Norwegians, aren't
Very
they? Anyway,
sensible, very sensible.
Yeah, let's go to Anfield. Liverpool, Newcastle live on talkSPORT tonight, 8:00. How do you see this one?
It's a good test for Liverpool, isn't it? I mean, I think it's Liverpool had a very useful win against Karabakh in the midweek. I think having a kind Champions League game to put some goals past them and feel better about themselves after that Bournemouth debacle last weekend, I think that was very useful for them. Frimpong going off with an injury, not useful at all. So it suddenly becomes a question of who plays at the right back. You would imagine that'll be Szoboszlai going back down there. Maybe Curtis Jones. He's done it a few times. But Szoboszlai probably coming back to right back. This stopped being so much of a problem. But earlier in the season, you remember, Liverpool kept struggling against quite physical teams that knocked it long and were sort of going at them. They didn't like that, and Slot kind of said publicly that he didn't like that. I feel like Newcastle can be quite good at that. Newcastle are quite good at playing direct, not necessarily hoofing it, but you're just going straight at it. Newcastle will have Bruno Guimaraes back here, which matters a lot. They don't have Joe Linton. I think he's still injured. But I think Newcastle present the kind of physical, direct team that Liverpool don't really like playing against. So with no recognised right backs really available, that can be an interesting one. The positives for Liverpool, I think, is Wirtz is really starting to find his place in this team, and he's always looked great. I've never. You asked me about it a few times. Earlier in the season, for the benefit of the YouTube viewer, I've accidentally zoomed myself in again.
I enjoyed you zooming yourself in then.
I've now, really excitingly, I've now learned how to zoom out again, which is very important.
That is a pity. That's
a shame. It's shame.
Yeah. But no, I was just saying...
It was like you were in Citizen Kane for a bit there.
Okay.
Sorry, carry on, Ross.
What a different film that would have been, Charlie Baker.
Exactly,
there was this early phase of the season when Wirtz was looking like a spare part. He was always looking like an incredibly good spare part. You could see the quality was there, but he wasn't quite just finding his place in the team. I do think, for all the issues Liverpool have had recently, we've started seeing last few weeks that he's really finding his place in the team, starting to get a good connection with Hugo Ekitike. Interesting to see if that continues with the game today.
Chelsea, West Ham. I think Chelsea. I'm hoping for Liam Rossini, because I'm a big fan, because he's ex-Torquay, that finally Chelsea buying every great young player in the world, all the good Brazilians, all the good young players you can think of, putting them on long contracts. Maybe this will be it coming to fruition under Liam Rossini.
I mean, I've always been a little torn on the Blueco, Todd Bowley, Igbali, Chelsea experiment, because on the one hand, it's quite fun to make fun of them.
Yeah.
I think the way Bowley arrived on the scene, very, very confident, I did a few sort of public talks when he talked about, how much they're going to, do this and that. And then for that to blow up in his face, it's a little bit funny, isn't it? But I've always felt like they've signed so many good players that sooner or later it's going to work out.
I thought the result v Napoli was important actually, because they showed fight to come back. You know, they showed a bit of grit.
They did. Now, Napoli had a lot of injuries, it must be said. I think what was interesting in that game was Cole Palmer just playing one half but notching up 2 assists, and definitely getting him fit regularly again is a big thing for them. He is, Rosenior said yesterday that he will be fit and ready to start against West Ham, but that he was also quite clear that they're going to have to manage his minutes going forward a little bit. Interesting also for me to see that young Estevao is getting a lot of minutes now. One of the things that was said that the higher ups at Chelsea were not super happy with Maresca for was that he wasn't maybe giving as many minutes to some of the younger players as they wanted. Estevao has been playing quite a lot since Rosenior came in, and he's the one who looks, I mean, for me, the most exciting of the young guys they've signed. Certainly a lot of exciting attacking talent there. West Ham have had a mini revival recently, but albeit mini revivals against a horrendous Tottenham team and Sunderland, who were missing Granit Xhaka. This, of course, is a very, very different test. You would imagine Chelsea would come through this okay.
All right. Hey, Lars, that's all we've got time for you,
Superb,
but we enjoyed
Lars.
it tremendously.
Anytime. Have a great day, everyone.
Lars Sivertson there. That was a look ahead to some of the players that we feel will be here for it and deliver this weekend with Enterprise Rent-A-Car.
Destination football on talkSPORT with Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Whatever it is, we're here for it.
They seem like a different team. You know, Fernandes is picking the ball up in areas he wants to, and it looks like he's controlling that midfield. You know, you've got Mainu who's come back into it. He's really, you know, amazing performances, really, when he hasn't played in the Premier League since probably May, isn't it? Something like that. So, you know, certain players have come back in, Ben, and, you know, it looks like they've been let off the leash. And some of the goals against Man United, against Arsenal, Cunha's goal was a fantastic winner, but even the second and first goal, Burmo took it so well.
Yeah, I think United have had these players. They've had players that are verging on the edge of world class. They've had them for the last couple of seasons, but they just haven't been able to show it. They haven't been able to go out there and express themselves and play with a smile on the face. I know this system. We all know this system didn't really suit Man United with 3 at the back, and it wasn't rocket science to change it to 4. It really wasn't. So I think everybody is on board with this kind of confidence, and now everybody. But you look at the fixtures they've got as well: Spurs, West Ham, Everton, Palace. The next 4 games. That guy, the one who hasn't cut his hair for a while. You know,
Hello and welcome to talkSPORT Goals. We're taking you through what should be another busy day of football.
Chance to win it!
We don't need to do that, guys.
I'm going to owe you an apology.
How would you get to that conclusion? That's a weak mentality.
Oh, get out of it.
trip to South Africa with the Barmy Army on talkSPORT.
Yes, competition time. Your chance to go swimming at your local Lido with me next Rushden and Charlie Baker. 5 lengths of breaststroke, no talking. Also, England are back in South Africa next winter. Barmy Army is heading out in full force. This is your chance to be right there with them. With a week for 2 at the 2027 New Year's Test in Cape Town. Watch every day of the match at one of the world's greatest cricket grounds. Flights, hotels, spending money, all covered. You'll be with the Barmy Army as well. Here is Charlie Baker to tell you how to enter.
For your chance to win, text WIN to 83338. Text costs £2.50 plus your standard network rate, or call 0343 418 7260. Lines close this Friday, 4 p.m. That's when you'll need to answer your phone if it rings. 18 plus. UK residents only. This is a network promotion. Full T's and C's at talksport.com. For your chance to win, text WIN to 83338 now.
Now, look, we thought the Sizzler was going to join us for the game at 11:45. We wanted the Sizzler. There were requests for Gary Ginger. It's still possible. But if you would like to take part in a competition, it's just a pilot at this stage.
Yeah.
But if it goes well and Richard Osman commissions it for TV, you could make millions of pounds. But you need to enter now. 03717 223344. Prize is nothing. You just get to play in the pilot of a brand new quiz that we may play again, or we may not, Charlie, depending on how it goes. But we need one more of you. 03717 22. Not too
early
much
pilot.
to ask, for goodness sake. It's the early, but you were there when it started.
Imagine if you played the first ever game of How Tall Are They? Wow.
Yeah. Where would you be now?
You'd be like William Webb Ellis picking up the ball and running with it.
He would be, in a sense. And where is he now? I mean, dead. But, you know, that will
May he
happen
rest
to all
in
of us.
peace.
May he rest like everyone else.
Two different stories.
2 different versions. Let's bring in Ian Stone, Arsenal fan, comedian. Welcome, Stoney.
Hello.
Stoney.
There was a lot. There was a lot there, wasn't there?
Wasn't it?
One thing I was going to say, by the way, do you say Lido or Lido? Did you say Lido there? Because
I
think I used to say Lido, and now, you said Lido. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe
So
that
what
could
is
be the
that?
next
Well,
big game
I'd say
show.
Lido. I think I'd say Plymouth Lido.
Stoney.
Plymouth has a
Well.
seawater. A seawater Lido.
All right, then.
That's pretty big, isn't it?
It's
That's what we came
tidal.
off for. I mean,
It's tidal.
It's not top
Talk
truck.
Lido. Talk Lido. Look, as a man of the people, Stoney, people know that I am a man of the people, and you know we didn't even have a full size harp in the music room. So if I say Lido, that's the man of the people way to
How
say
it is.
it.
It's just how they say it
Now,
on the
look,
streets.
It's great to have you. It's great to have you on because
Yeah. Yes.
Arsenal are starting to bottle it, aren't they? We're in the word
stop
bottle
it.
a lot.
It's slipping.
I'm
It's
only
slipping.
kidding, Stoney.
There goes. The clicks are going now, aren't they? I mean, are they? I really. You want me to do this, but I'm doing it anyway. I actually object to having to do this, but I defend them because I don't believe they're
You
bottlers.
should.
Could you possibly go up to Bukayo Saka or William Saliba, or would you dare go up to Gabriel and say he was a bottler? I mean, you wouldn't, would you? Because they're not. It's just the pressure is definitely getting to the fans. I mean, it felt calamitous against Manchester United last week. That was like a dagger to the heart. But
we'll never know. We'll go back to Stoney.
Sort of metal Mickey, and then he disappeared.
And then he disappeared.
He was there. And then he's quite a long way away. To be fair, Stoney, he's in North London, so that's quite a long way away to talk to people in London Bridge, isn't it? But no, they're not. But I mean, can we just, as a show, say they're not? We know they're not bottling it. And actually, there was a really good.
Well, if they
clip of
lose
a
today,
basketball-
then it's not bottling, is it? But it's
no,
a
just
slide in
like-
the form.
It's hard. It's hard. Like all the teams, when you play a football match in the Premier League, the opposition is full of players who are really good at football.
Yeah.
Right. Who are trying to stop you doing what you're trying to do. It's really hard to win a game in the Premier League. Like lower league teams lower sides in the Premier League are spending 30, 40, 50 million pounds on players. It is hard to deliver week in, week out. It's a really hard thing to do to win the league. Arsenal have a great depth in their squad.
Is the question that Arteta?
Yeah.
What did he win? He's won the FA Cup. Am I right in thinking that? And the Charity Shield. Is that what he's won?
Yeah,
So
okay.
has he got that winning in him,
well,
Max, in his
well,
DNA.
Yes, I think he does. I don't think it needs to be in your DNA. I mean, I've had this discussion before, but it's just not our thing. It's like history of the football club. But no, they are really, really good. Em says, see, Stoney bottling it there. Yeah. He just hung up, didn't he? It's hard. And like, so there's a basketball. There was a clip of a basketball player and the journalist said, "Are you bottling it?" And he went, "Or are you, will you be a failure if you don't win?" And he said, "Look, Michael Jordan won 6 out of 15 with the other 9 failures or whatever it is." And you go, "Okay, that's quite a good point." Now, look, Arsenal haven't won the league for a long time.
Yeah,
they really could win the league. They probably should win the league, given the depth of their squad, given the fact that City are not flying in form, and Villa would do incredibly well to keep up with them. Liverpool have, haven't had a great season, but like, coming second in the Premier League is quite good, right? That's what they've done 2 years in a row. I know it's a sensible point of view and people need to be raging, but they are really, really good at football, Arsenal. They have really good players. And yes, they could be a bit more expansive. They could score more from open play. I understand that. But they aren't bottling it by being 4 points clear at the top of the Premier League and winning every one of their Champions League games and still being in the League Cup with a goal advantage in the semi-final and still being in the FA Cup. I think they're still in the FA Cup.
I think in a season where, Liverpool haven't hit the ground with their new players, in a season where Man City have been all over the place, they seem to be maybe putting some form together with the players that they've signed and can chase you down.
Great chance.
The door is open, and I think that's the pressure and the tension in the stadium. You can feel it through the telly.
Yeah.
You can feel it through the telly.
Of course they're nervous, and Arsenal fans have a total right to feel nervous. They've come second twice, and they're this close, and they probably should win it. But it's just I don't know. It's just people going, you're a you big soft loser. You don't know how to win. They're winning games all the time.
Yeah.
Like, these are elite. To make it at this level, you've got to be an elite sports person. Ray from Bristol says, I think there'll be great interest in a new game called Who's Got the Biggest Bucket. Someone did say they've got a quarry with like there's some digger with a big bucket.
Oh, really? Yeah.
If we wanted to swim in that, we could. And so Dane got in touch earlier and say he's got a skip that we could swim in if we wanted to.
Ian Stone's been in touch, Max, which is nice, isn't it?
Hey, Stoney.
What does he say? Tell Max I appreciate his staunch defence of my club. I am currently in Southampton, and the internet is not what it could be. So there we are. That's Stoney.
Let's get fibre to Southampton. Come on.
Fibre.
Anyway,
breaking news: fibre to Southampton.
If you want to, I don't know if we've got anybody who wants to play. We haven't told them what the quiz is, but I don't want to. I want it to surprise people with it. I don't know why I do, but 03717 223344. If you would like to play in the quiz, it's going to be an absolute classic bit of radio. In between that, we've got lots of callers now. That's good. Neil Mellor will join us. We'll look ahead to Liverpool, Newcastle.
Looking at the points, they're on the same points as Crystal Palace. They're 2 in front of Leeds. They're 3 in front of Forest. They're 8 ahead of West Ham. They haven't won, though, in any of their last 5 games in the Premier League when they've played Burnley, West Ham, Bournemouth, Sunderland and Brentford. And the next 7 fixtures that they've got look pretty tricky. City at home at the weekend, United away, Newcastle at home, Arsenal at home, Fulham away, Palace at home, Liverpool away, straight after the international break, plus the Champions League fixtures thrown into that. Are they too good to get dragged into a relegation battle?
I think they are,
And I think a bigger problem for them as well, Sam, is, like Crookie said there, some of these players are turning up in the Champions League. But are you looking at Simmons and saying, look at the standard of players you're playing against in the Champions League? As well. Yeah, Moani hasn't scored in the Premier League yet, but they're 10 points off Manchester United in 4th position. If I'm the hierarchy at Spurs, I'm saying we want to get back-to-back Champions League seasons. Not going to happen this season because they're miles off.
Can you see them getting back into contention for a European place?
No.
With games against City, United, Newcastle, Arsenal, Fulham and Palace and Liverpool over the next
They could easily not win a game at.
La, 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 la. Good morning. You are listening to the warm up on talkSPORT. Max Rushden and Charlie Baker here until 1. Ergonomics says Max and Charlie talking seriously about football. I'm switching off.
Yes, don't blame you.
It's a hard balance. It's a hard balance to strike, isn't it? Let's do a bit of Liverpool then. They play Newcastle tonight, 8 o'clock kickoff. Arne Slot. Here he is talking about the game.
Every single game is crucial, but the way we've positioned ourselves now makes probably every game even more crucial. Because that's definitely what we want to achieve. We've experienced how tough it is to play against Newcastle in the 1.5 year I'm here now. It's always been a very tough contest, very tough game for us, but for them as well. So yeah, great game to look forward to because we both had a good result during the week, and a home game at Anfield is always something to look forward to.
Now let's talk to former Liverpool centre forward, friend of the show, Neil Mellor. Hey,
Hello,
Neil.
Neil.
Max, Charlie, good morning to you both.
Nice to
Good
speak
morning.
to you, Neil.
How you feel?
Yeah.
There's pressure on Slot, isn't there, Neil? I don't know how you feel, how justified you feel that is.
There's always pressure on any Liverpool manager, probably more so because of how Liverpool are positioned in the league. Ultimately, in his first season, he delivered the Premier League title, which was probably beyond expectations. But this season, I would call it a very different season. There's still loads left to play for. Whilst I look at the league table, and I don't like looking at it, the reality is Liverpool are aiming to finish in the top 4 or 5 places and back in the Champions League next season. And there's still 2 big trophies left to fight for, the Champions League and FA Cup. It will be difficult, but there's still hope. There's still a lot of football left to play for. And if Liverpool get it right, and at times they have, some of the performances I have enjoyed, some I haven't. So there's still plenty left to play for.
Yeah, they're still in.
When you look at the league table, so when you look at the league table and you don't like looking at it, Neil, do you sort of try and look away from like how you? I know what you mean though. Like when Cambridge are doing really well in League Two, right? I can't stop looking at the League Two table, but I know what you mean. If your team doesn't do well, you do sort of squint at it. You have to look at it, but you don't really pay it. You just sort of look side eye it, don't you?
Well, you can swipe to the next one, which is Champions League table. So that was a better one to look at for me.
Oh yeah.
That's a good point.
It's listen. We know Liverpool haven't had the season they want. It's going to be a real battle, and that'll be a fight till the end of the season. You look at Villa, you look at United, Chelsea, and Liverpool, and one of them teams will miss out on the top 4 or 5. And I just hope it's not Liverpool, because United and Chelsea have had a big lift recently. Whether they can maintain that, I don't know. But yeah, there's still 15 Premier League games to go, so lots left to fight for. But I enjoyed looking at the table last year, that's for sure.
Neil, can you clean up my Neil Mellor timeline, please? Because I think it's completely out. I was discussing earlier on whether or not you were involved at all in the famous Collymore Liverpool 4-3 against Newcastle United. If you were in that era at all, I can't work it out in my head. Or maybe you were playing for maybe you were playing for like the under 14s or something at that point.
Yeah, Charlie, I'll clear that up. No problem, Charlie. Yeah, I was still at secondary school. I wasn't.
Were you involved in the club at all?
No, I didn't arrive to Liverpool till '99. But I mean, they were classics. Liverpool, Newcastle have had classics over the years, and then 4-3s. I remember watching them thinking it can't happen again, and it did the following year. It was brilliant. I loved watching it from a neutral point of view. Back then, I wasn't a player. But yeah, it's. Do you know what's funny? Because Newcastle, obviously a big football club, been really improved in recent seasons. Their record at Anfield, I don't want to jinx it, but they haven't won at Anfield since Andy Cole and Rob Lee scored in the league in '94.
Wow.
I mean, that is just incredible, isn't it?
It's a long time, yeah.
It is a long time. I'm surprised at that, and I hope that run continues. But yeah, they've had a terrible time at Anfield, but some great games over the past. Probably December 2004 was my favourite. Your favourite might have been the classics of 4-3s. Mine was that one in December 2004. Kluivert got the opener. Hippier got the equaliser. I got the winner. I got the winner that game.
Yeah.
Wow, that was your time, because I was going to ask, how many games did you play under Bob Paisley? But I just can't quite remember. I'd say Neil, Florian Wirtz is, Lars Sivertson put it quite well, that he's always looked good. Like, we know he's good. We know how well he played last season. We know he's a lovely footballer. He's always looked good, but it hadn't worked. And now it's starting, with the season, Liverpool having a brilliant season, but he's starting to click. And when he does, he's just got balance and a touch that is a total joy to watch.
Exactly that. When his name's on the team sheet, you think, cannot wait to watch what this lad can produce. Wirtz, I called him a superstar early on because you knew he had it in him. And it was a slow start because, for whatever reason, he was developing that understanding. But you watch him in games. The way he links up with Ekitike is really exciting. The way he links up with Salah, Szoboszlai. And Liverpool have a real strong attack. And yet, probably not got the numbers this season to what that attack can produce. So between now and the end of the season, I think Liverpool are like 7th or 8th top scorers in the league, which is way down to where they want to be. Top scorers last season. And with Wirtz in the team, you just think he could be the difference, not just to get Liverpool in the top 4, but to win one of these big trophies this season. He is brilliant. A lot of the older Liverpool fans sort of say he's a bit like Beardsley. He's one of those players that was great to watch. But yeah, him starting today will be great later on.
Curtis Jones has been linked with a move away on loan. I think he's a really good player, a Scouser, obviously, heartbeat of that team. There's been some people have been critical of the way Slot has used youth team players and the younger players in the squad. Are you surprised that Curtis might be on the move, Neil?
Holy speculation! Are you reading all these Twitter rumours? Is that what you're doing? Reading these Twitter rumours saying that?
I only read the talkSPORT breaking news feed.
Listen here, Neil. Our sources understand.
Our sources
that we are
understand
hearing that Curtis Jones may or may not go on loan somewhere. He may do, we may not. Don't know.
I'd be amazed if Curtis Jones left the football club. I think he is. It was his birthday yesterday. Happy birthday to Curtis. 25 yesterday.
Curtis Jones.
Yeah.
He's become a really important player for Liverpool. So yeah, there'll be speculation because teams want him. Inter Milan, Brighton, whoever, teams, Spurs, whatever, teams will want him. Of course they will, because he's a really talented player. He's got a job on his hands to get in the team, if I'm being honest, because McAllister's played really well the other night. You've got Gravenberch in there, Soboslai, Wirtz. But yeah, Curtis Jones is an outstanding player. And like you say about the whole local fans, Liverpool fans want to connect with one of their own, and Curtis is that. Lost Trent in the summer. So now Curtis Jones is one of very few remaining. But yeah, I mean, you mentioned about the youth there. Arne brought on 3 players from the youth team the other day. Rio Engamauer against Karabag in the Champions League. Yep. Nione and Nallo as well. So the young players are still getting opportunities.
Do you think winning the league gives you grace for a season, whatever happens? I mean, I do. I have given Liverpool a complete pass because of what happened with Diogo Jota. I know the news cycle moves on so quickly, and so we forget about it. But if you're in that dressing room, and even if you're a new player, it just must have been so difficult and so hard and so strange at the start of the season. And I know you know a lot of people at the club, Neil, that I've just said, you know, whatever happens this season, it doesn't really matter. But not everybody feels that way, and, you know, life moves on. Do you think Arne Slot, you know, is there any circumstance can you see him losing his job during the season or at the end of the season?
I hope not. No, I hope not. I mean, last season was unbelievable for Liverpool fans to enjoy, winning the league title in his first season. It has been a challenging season. There's no doubt about that this season for different reasons, factors. Some people will call it excuses, whether it's the summer of change or the players leaving the football club, new players arriving. The summer of tragedy with Diogo, how that impacted the players, the staff at the football club. But a lot of factors have gone against Liverpool this season in terms of small margins. I think about some of the results where Liverpool have lost late on in games. Chelsea, Palace, Bournemouth defeats there. Fulham and Leeds, late equalising goals there. Set pieces has been a problem for Liverpool this season, but one of the biggest frustrations for me has been how Liverpool have started games this season. I think it's the lowest, and I'm sure you stat boys might be able to find this out or not, but in terms of scoring goals early, Liverpool used to be really good. Start well, we'll get ourselves in front. I think this season, in the 23 Premier League games, Liverpool have scored twice in the opening 28 minutes. And for me, that allows the opposition to get settled into the game and maybe even get a goal. So Liverpool are chasing it. So for me, that's been one of my biggest frustrations this season. But yeah, Arne did brilliant last season. There'll always be pressure, because if Liverpool aren't in the top 4 or 5, then the pressure will mount. Of course it will. And that gap can't increase. But I do believe he'll get it right between now and the end of the season. That minimum will be Champions League for next season.
Good stuff, Neil. Thanks for coming up.
Thank you, Neil.
Cheers, lads.
Former Liverpool striker, made his debut, of course, in 1947 there for Liverpool. I really enjoyed that, Charlie. I'm with you. I didn't
just
know.
timeline of footballers that's a hard one, isn't it? When did Neil Mellor play football? Surely he's that era.
I didn't like it when he said older fans like Peter Beardsley, because I was like, oh no, that's me now.
I'm an older fan now.
Dear, damn it. Right, coming next to brand new competition. We are lucky that it's been given to this show, and we have 2 callers for the pilot of Backwards Footballers.
Did you hear Ray's version this morning? Ed, have we got Ray's version of Singing Passenger? Take this in.
Arsenal have gone through an entire league campaign without losing. Played 38, won 26, lost exactly none.
Well, you only need the goals when they're running low. Only miss the net when the pressure grows. There's only one star boy by KO.
Saka off the bench to score. They are loving life at the Emirates.
Only know you've been high when you're feeling low. Please, Pep, leave us alone. Come on, Arteta, you've got to bring it home.
Jump on that boat because this is the way that we're going to live the next 4 months.
Please don't let it go.
Wonderful. Wasn't that really beautiful?
I think I need to jump on the boat as well.
Yeah. Tickets for the unlikely pilgrimage of Harold Fry available on www.haroldfrymusical.com. You'll absolutely love this. Passengers album One for the Road will be available on all streaming platforms alongside the official video release for the album's second single, Walk Upon the Water, featuring Kingdom Choir on YouTube, and www.haroldfrymusical.com. Like we say, you've got a stunning voice, and Ray's might just be that little bit better. Don't be...
No, look, it is.
Don't be threatened.
Let's not beat around the bush.
But Arsenal fans in for a treat this morning.
I'd done that at 10 to 6, and I was a little bit too early.
You hadn't had his Manuka.
The practice all night.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you want to do a little...
Look, I can try already. I've just been...
The window is about to slam shut. Transfer deadline day is here again, and the football world means business. We'll bring you the bargains, the whispers, every deal, every twist.
It's been that kind of bonkers window.
An unbelievable window.
Busy transfer window.
talkSPORT keeps you in the know. This is transfer deadline day. This is talkSPORT.
Morning all. The warm-up on talkSPORT. Max Rushden, Charlie Baker with you until 1. Over on talkSPORT 2, 12:30 kickoff in the Championship. Leicester in 14th. Andy King in temporary charge of them against struggling Charlton down in 19th. Adam Bridge has the team news.
Yeah, he does take charge. 10 years on from winning the Premier League, of course. That's following the sacking of Martí Cifuentes. The Foxes are just 6 points off the playoffs, but they have a 10-point deduction hanging over their heads that would plunge them into the relegation zone. Without a winning 3, King makes just one change from the defeat here to Oxford last Saturday. Vestergaard is injured. Thomas replaces him. Harry Winks, who's been out in the cold since November, returns to the bench. Charlton were thumped 4-0 by Millwall last weekend and have secured only 2 away wins all season. They're hovering above the relegation trap door and have added the experience of former Leicester defender Connor Cody to their ranks this week. He starts of one of 4 changes from last weekend. Gillespie, Anderson, Rankin Costello and Campbell are the players to drop out, with Bell, Doherty, Leeburn joining Cody in the starting 11. Courtney Sweetman-Kirk is alongside me on talkSPORT 2 for a kick-off at 12:30 today.
Thank you so much, Adam. Live on talkSPORT 2.
Shame he didn't sing his song, wasn't it? I thought he might have.
I thought he would. I thought he would just come out with that, but there you are. Anyway, it's time for this.
Bring it back, sing it back, bring it back, sing it back to me.
Now, as everyone knows, January the 31st is National Backwards Day, where people clearly far too much time on their hands do things backwards. And so we are going to play a first ever game of backwards footballers.
Yes.
2 people who are joining the pilots, and we have hastily got theme tunes for them. So let's welcome 2 backwards footballers. It's Matt Birchall.
That's live.
Matt's live.
That's live.
That's what all the people say. He's riding high in April. Shut down in May. Matt's live.
And I know Hey, welcome, Matt Birchall.
Hi, hello.
How are you?
Yeah, okay. Are you looking forward to playing backwards footballers?
I'm ready. I'm ready, guys.
Okay.
Quick word of your fan, Matt. Tom Cleverley got off to a bad start, but he's really pulled some form together, isn't it? I think you've won the last 5, haven't you?
Yeah, I don't know if we've won all the last 5, but we're unbeaten for a while. He seems to have pulled himself together. He is getting sent off a lot, though.
Oh, is he? That's nice, isn't it?
Good, good.
Yeah.
Like a manager.
Can
like
you...
Neil Warnock joining you in the terraces. That's what Plymouth fans like. Good stuff.
And can you tell Max about the seawater tidal Lido in Plymouth, please?
We don't have time for this.
No time for that. It's not talk Lido.
Stop going on about the Lido,
Matt.
Matt.
A ticket. Very popular. Very popular.
Is it?
Can't
Hard to get a ticket. Okay, right. You're up against a real form player in backwards footballers. It's Billy Wyatt.
I think we went through...
Billy Wyatt. Welcome, Billy Wyatt.
It's good.
Hello,
that is
chaps.
good.
I was emotional enough before that song, and now I don't know how I'm going to cope with backwards footballers, but I'll do my best.
That's beautiful, wasn't it? I predict the Wyatt. It was what we could have gone for.
Really
but
good.
There we are.
Well, we could have done that. Yeah. Jerry says, backward footballers by 2 backward presenters. What could possibly go
wrong?
Thank
you, Jerry. Thank you very much.
And this text says, I remember when Neil Mellor was present at the signing of the Magna Carta. Thank you for that one. Anyway, right. So look, so what we have is a list of footballers, and we're going to read them backwards. And the lines will be open, Matt. But it's not your turn. It's just, if you know it, shout. Maybe shout your name, because we don't know who said it. But, because I don't. Your voices sound reasonably similar to me, so it's hard to know. So you just shout, and if you get it right, then let's have some honesty.
Billy,
here.
if you're a West Ham fan, if you shout Bubbles,
well, we don't need that.
Oh, I was going to say, and Matt can shout Pasty.
This is too much. Okay, fine.
Bubbles and Pasty.
Bubbles and Pasty, of course. And whenever we play the game, the 2 competitors will have to shake Bubbles and Pasty, regardless of who they support. Okay, so Matt, do you understand how this works?
Yeah.
Okay. Billy, do you understand how this works?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, good. We begin then. Should we alternate questions, Charlie?
Yeah, I don't think I have the list of footballers.
Okay, fine. I've got the list. I've got the list. So here we go. Okay. I'll do all of them.
Very
good.
good.
If there is any sort of music underneath this to make it sound like a better radio feature,
I'll say who shouted Bubbles or Pasty first.
Oh, that's really good. Okay, so Matt, Billy, your lines are up. Here we go. Elep.
Matt Pasty.
Matt Pasty.
Matt Pasty.
Pele.
Yes. 1-0. What Matt's live?
I don't think we need that every time, do we?
I don't know. I quite like it.
Oh, it was nice. It was nice. Okay, 1-0 Matt Pasty.
Well done, Matt.
Here we
Pasty.
go. Akak.
Pasty. Oh, Bubbles.
Oh, it was Pasty. It was definitely
Pasty. Pasty and Bubbles. Pasty.
Kaká.
It was.
That's
live. So the match live. There it is. Yeah,
2-0.
2-0 to the Argyle.
It's all right.
Come on, you hammers.
Don't worry. There's loads.
Yeah, Billy Bubbles. It's a long game. It's a long game, backward footballers.
Okay, here we go. Odim.
Oh, Bubbles.
Billy Bubbles.
Mido.
Yeah, 2-1. Okay, here we go. Okay,
I've got the list
2-1.
now, Max, but you carry on. It's fine.
Okay, good. 2-1. Okay, fine. Isem Leniol.
Oh, Bubbles.
Oh,
Bubbles.
Lionel Messi.
Oh,
okay, it's 2-2. What a game.
What a game of backward footballers.
This is good stuff. Okay. Here we go. Next one. Eldor Nelg. Eldor Nelg.
This is where it gets harder as it goes along, of course. Backwards footballers. Eldor Nelg. They're trying to work it out. What you're hearing is a West Ham fan and a Plymouth fan trying to work out as it goes along.
It's a good game.
Pasty.
Here he comes, Matt Pasty.
Glenn Hoddle.
It is Glenn
Hoddle. Yes, it is. Oh, yes. What's that? 3-2. 3-2 to Matt Pasty.
Very nice.
Okay. Siokum Yala.
Siokum
Yala.
Max, are you all right? That sounds like you're having an episode.
Can you smell toast, Max? Siokum Yala.
Siokum Yala.
Ila. Here they come, trying to work it out. Billy Bubbles, Matt Pasty. Who's got it in their locker? Matt Pasty's taken the lead, 3-2. But can he work out Siakam Yala? That's what we're waiting to see.
Siakam Yala.
We're waiting for the word Pasty. We're waiting for the word Bubbles. Who will get there first?
God, you're good at this. You're like on the 15th green.
Can't find out. They're just sitting, writing it down. Yala. What could that be? Yala. Maybe that's
Siakam.
Maybe that's the key to it.
Yala.
Maybe that's a little clue there. Maybe they've disappeared as the bubble popped, as the pasty burnt.
Hey, Charlie, do you think anyone's still listening? Is it just me and you now?
Will they have to pass?
Okay, we're passing on that. We're passing on that.
I'm passing. Yeah.
That was Ali McCoy.
Siakam Yala.
Here we go. I like this one. Okay, this is pretty easy. Knil esse for Rugnev Naj.
Bubbles.
Matt
Yes, Bubbles.
Billy Bubbles.
Janego van Hesselig.
Yeah. Nice.
Very good.
No, it was Billy Bubbles. It was Billy Bubbles. Wrong music. It's 3-3.
Yeah, well, it's 3-3.
3-3.
Oh, okay. Should we play the final? Okay, it's all on
Final.
this then.
This
It's all on
is
this.
it.
Okay.
This is it.
It's all on this. Pamats Lip.
Matt, the Spurs fans.
Bubbles.
Bubbles. Here comes Billy Bubbles.
Yap Stam.
No, it's not Yap Stam.
Still in the game. You're still in the
Still
game.
in the game, Matt Pasty. You only get one go, I think, though.
No, he's still in the game.
Oh,
Sean
okay.
says Max summoning demons again. Here we go.
Speaking in tongues, live on talkSPORT.
Pamats Lip.
Pamats Lip. Matt Pasty does get the next. Bubbles?
Bubbles?
Oh, is it allowed to be Bubbles? Yes, it's allowed to be.
Yeah, sure.
Phil Stamp.
It is Phil Stamp. Billy Bubbles takes it home.
Yes.
Hey, well done, chaps.
Argyle in the mud again. Argyle in the mud.
Well played, mate.
Well played.
Great game.
Fantastic.
Thank you, Matt Pasty.
Great
Thank you, Billy Bubbles. We will do it again on January the 31st when that lands on a Saturday. It may be 4 years, but we'll never forget this game, and you'll never forget where you were when you heard backwards footballers. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I'm sure Aaron says, I'm sure 90% of this award-winning show is making it up as you go along. Did they retire the award after they realised what they'd done? Love it, lads. Here we go. News is next.
This is Robbie Williams with Angels.
I sit and wait. Does an angel contemplate my fate? Or do they know the places where we go when we're grand? Cause I've been told that salvation lets their wings unfold. So when I'm lying in my bed, thoughts running through my head, and I feel that love is dead. In your cars, on the buses, I'm loving angels instead. Everybody's and through it all. Whether I'm right or wrong, and down the waterfall, wherever it may take me, I know that life won't break me. When I come to call, she won't forsake me.
Aguero, Solskjaer, Deeney, Watkins. Sure, you know all about those last-minute goals, but have you heard the one about the on-loan goalkeeper who saved his temporary employers from disappearing out the Football League and into almost certain financial oblivion? Back in 1999, Carlisle United, managed by Nigel Pearson, were fighting to stay in the Football League. Carlisle's finances were precarious with a capital P that season, leading to a scenario where, with 3 games to go, they had to ask the FA to sanction an emergency loan deal to bring in a goalkeeper. Swindon Town's Jimmy Glass arrived at the club. His efforts in his first 2 games earned the Cumbrians 2 draws. Those vital points meant that Carlisle went into their final game of the Division 3 season, now League 2, needing to beat mid-table Plymouth Argyle in front of their own fans and hope their relegation rival Scarborough didn't win against Peterborough at home. The game at the McCain Stadium finished 1-1, and with the same scoreline at Brunton Park deep into injury time, Scarborough's fans invaded the pitch en masse, believing their Football League status was secure, convinced they'd done enough to stay up. However, there'd be one more plot twist. Carlisle won a corner in the dying seconds, and up came Jimmy Glass. In one of those you couldn't make it up moments, Glass scored from a rebounded header and was promptly swamped by teammates and thousands of fans who quite simply couldn't believe what they'd just witnessed. As for Jimmy Glass, he became an overnight celebrity, but he never played for Carlisle again, and his playing career never really kicked on after that defining moment. He took on various jobs outside of football before finding his way back into the sport as player liaison officer at Eddie Howe's Bournemouth, and most recently the general manager at non-league Wimborne. Not the fairy tale ending to one of the most Hollywood moments in football, but the name Jimmy Glass will live on forever as the scorer of that goal, arguably the most important in any club's history.
Good afternoon. You are listening to the warm-up on talkSPORT. Max Rushden and Charlie Baker with you until 1 o'clock this afternoon. Here's a bit of feedback. I don't know if this is a compliment or not, Charlie. You can let me know. Says, hands down, the most annoying pair on radio and talkSPORT. How are these idiots not boring themselves to sleep?
I think that's the same guy who said he was turning off earlier on, but there he is. Okay. Still listening, Max.
There is a man called Denzel who really hates this programme. He really does let us know every week. It's very kind.
We get off to 5 Live I go. We get that. That's the threat often on the text board if people don't like us. I was talking to someone from that radio station the other day, one of the producers, and they said that when some of their shows come on, they get on their text board, Off to talkSPORT I go.
Yeah. Oh, it's like a trade.
So it's like a
That's
trade.
good, isn't it?
It doesn't
Yeah.
actually have any effect whatsoever. Are you having trouble with your Zoom, Max?
Just for the YouTube thing,
You
I've
like
just
you were a
gone bit-
magician then. You were trying to...
Yeah, well, I'd like to for the viewing audience. I like to do magic tricks while the show is taking.
Oh, yeah,
place.
that's nice. Yeah,
that's
very
what I
good.
like to do.
Off
That's-
to,
no, I've just gone a
off
bit
to
soft.
magic I go.
It's just a bit soft. I've got a bit soft focus.
No, that's nice. That's nice.
Now the transfer window slams shut at 7 p.m. on Monday. And there is a special TalkSport programme hosted by Mr. Deadline Day himself, Jim White, former Liverpool midfielder Danny Murphy, and our chief football correspondent Alex Crook. Join them from 6:30. That follows Deadline Day Drive with Andy Goldstein, Darren Bent across the weekend. And on Monday, TalkSport will give you the inside track on who your club are signing and who they are not. God, that's a long list if they do who you aren't. So each club who they're not signing. Online, on Smart TV, on our app, and on air on TalkSport.
Oh, good.
Time now. Let's get an update on the transfer window.
Self-assessment support on talkSPORT with Intuit QuickBooks. Tackle your self-assessment and business admin with ease all year round. Search QuickBooks to find out more.
Ben Jacobs joins us for that. Hey, Ben.
Hello, Ben.
Afternoon, gents.
Afternoon.
I hope you're doing well. So where do you want to start? Mateta, should we start with that?
Yeah, I think that's the big one. So Jean-Philippe Mateta won't be involved at the weekend. He's decided he's not in the right frame of mind to play, and Crystal Palace agree. That's been confirmed by the club. And he's waiting now for formalisation of a move to Milan. So maybe a week ago, it was all about Nottingham Forest and a £35 million offer. And Mateta had kind of changed his tune and decided that maybe the only way of leaving Palace in terms of this winter was Forest. And then at the kind of 11th hour of maybe a Forest bid being accepted, Milan have come back in, and that was always Mateta's number one choice back in December, but he was waiting for a formal offer. And Milan are prepared to buy Mateta now and permanently, so no loan with conditional obligation, which was the sticking point with a Juventus offer from about 2 weeks ago. And it's all just about how close Palace can get Milan to pay to their 40 million asking price. And if they can't get that high, which I think is unlikely, my expectation is if a deal is done, Milan's price will start in the 30s. So if it's lower than Palace want, then if they're to go ahead and get Jorgen Strand Larsen from Wolves, they'll be looking to shave off a little bit of money as well. So Mateta to Milan, very possible. And if it's at the right price, Strand Larsen could still end up joining Crystal Palace, even though that deal has not proved as smooth as perhaps we first thought from a few days ago.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting, isn't it? Because it's not, if you wanted to pick one of those players right now, you'd have Mateta. And of course, with Strand Larsen, you are buying the potential, right? Because he is younger. But I don't know. It's tough
sad
for Palace,
Palace, isn't it? It's sad. I mean, look, they've won the FA Cup and they've had a great season, but I wonder if they'd swap it for sort of just their club being in a better place and keeping their manager and that sort of thing. Maybe not. They wouldn't just swap the FA Cup for any of that, would they?
No, they wouldn't. But it has been quite a staggering drop, and it's hard, Ben, isn't it? Because Glasner's going. So if you are a player going, why I don't know what I'm signing for.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but I think we need to be fair to Palace. You're absolutely right in what you say. You can bill it as Mark Gay goes to Manchester City, Oliver Glasner announces that he's leaving, and then Mateta follows suit and says, okay, I'll be off mid-season as well. So that paints it like an exodus. But Crystal Palace knew that Glasner was leaving in October, so they've got a plan there. One of the candidates, I'm told, a slightly newer one, is Roger Smith, who would be a good appointment. And then they've broken their club transfer record to bring in Brennan Johnson. And if they are to sign Jorgen Strand Larsen, that's another club record transfer. So in a period of flux where we don't know who the next manager is, for Palace to make two potentially club record signings, one that's already through the door, that puts a bit more positive spin on this narrative that everyone is just leaving Crystal Palace.
Ortega's signing for Forest, isn't he? Sorry, Charlie.
I was going to say a penny for Brennan Johnson's thoughts, but we can
going from one bin fire to the next, I guess. Forest are trying to sign a lot, but they've signed Ortega, or it looks like that's happened. I don't know if it's been signed, sealed, delivered, Ben, but they're in the market for lots of footballers, aren't they?
Yeah, Nottingham Forest are going to be really busy as they look to get themselves out of trouble. But this is kind of also about building a squad for Europe and one for the Premier League. And that was a strategy over the summer when they probably thought their Premier League position would be even higher. So a lot of business has been done. But for example, Douglas Luiz has departed and joined Aston Villa via a recall to Juventus. So there have been outgoings as well. Finding a striker, always important. Lorenzo Luca is one that they now have. But as you've seen from the Mateta saga, Forest would quite like to sign another as well. So they're going to be busy between now and the end of the window. And they've got their goalkeeper. There were some talks also with Jose Sarr, but Forest have settled for Stefan Ortega. It's a good fee as well in terms of the lowness of it from Forest's perspective for an experienced Premier League goalkeeper. I'm told the maximum the fee will go up to if all the add-ons are paid is £500,000. So that's not one that breaks the bank. No. And I think Stefan Ortega to Nottingham Forest is a good signing for Sean Dyche's men.
Yeah. What about Chelsea? When I see a name with Chelsea, and I said this to Charlie in the week, I don't know if it's someone they want to sign or someone who's at their club they're trying to sell at this stage. So what's the plan for them?
Chelsea are going to be busy. I think Tyreek George could go loan or permanent sale. The same for Axel Disasi. Chelsea's preference there is to sell him. We've heard some reports that West Ham are trying to do a loan. I think he is a target for West Ham, but they've run into the Chelsea position of we're going to hold out until right at the end of the window, maybe even deadline day, and see whether we can facilitate a permanent exit. And Milan might be one of the clubs to watch there. Roma and Lyon have also been on Disasi's radar. Raheem Sterling has terminated his contract by mutual consent, so he's now not a Chelsea player, and that allows the club to make a big saving, because if they just kept paying him, it would be £22 million between now and the end of the contract for a player in the bomb squad. Incoming-wise, Aaron Anselmino's been recalled from Dortmund, but if another defender comes in, he could be sent out again. Then you have Mamadou Sarr at Strasbourg, who's an option for Chelsea to recall. And Jeremy Jacquet is the leading target. Chelsea really want the youngster. They feel that he can be a starting centre-back that complements Levi Colwell. The challenge is Rennes don't want to sell now because they're pushing for Champions League football. And if they do sell now, they want a club record sales surpassing the €64 million that saw Jeremy Doku move to Manchester City. And Chelsea don't want to go that high. So those talks are still active. Let's see what happens over the weekend. And if Chelsea gets Jacquet, that will inform some of the other deals that I've spoken about. If they don't, then I think it's highly likely that they'll recall Mamadou Sarr.
Neil Mellor told me off earlier on, Ben, because I linked Curtis Jones to move away from the club. He said, I've been reading internet tittle-tattle. Is Curtis Jones linked anywhere?
Yeah, it's Inter that supposedly have made an inquiry, but Liverpool sources to me have shut it down. He's going nowhere, so it's a complete non-starter. Of course, clubs are going to inquire, but Liverpool don't really want to lose any of their first-team names at this stage. Tottenham had looked before Conor Gallagher as well, but I'm told Curtis Jones is staying at Anfield, regardless of whether the interest proves concrete or not.
Sure.
It's a selfish question. Are Tottenham getting anyone?
I think they'll be looking right until the death, to be honest. There's still areas where they can improve and strengthen out on the left-hand side, potentially a number 9, long-term aspirations to still sign another central midfielder in addition to Conor Gallagher. Radu Dragusin was looking at options. It looks like he's going to stay, but had he departed this winter, or if he was to, in a surprise, still go, they'll be in the centre-back market. But time is running out and Tottenham don't really want to hand it by. Akliouche is still looked at because he can play on the right-hand side, and Mohamed Kudus is injured. Yandi Amande for the summer, and still Savinho. Man City don't want to sell now, but maybe in the summer it will be a different story. And obviously with the number 9, Tottenham sources denying that they're going to enter at the last minute to bid for Jean-Philippe Mateta. But I think he was discussed, to be perfectly honest with you. But everyone in the Premier League, including Nottingham Forest, seems to know that Mateta only wants Milan. And that's why I think you get a few denials from clubs that might have tried it on deadline day, but now think it's a different direction of travel.
All right, good stuff, Ben. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you, Ben.
Cheers.
That was thanks to Intuit QuickBooks. Search QuickBooks to find out more.
Self-assessment support on talkSPORT with Intuit QuickBooks. Tackle your self-assessment and business admin with ease all year round. Search QuickBooks to find out more.
It will be an underwhelming Premier League title.
It won't be.
I think it will be.
For Arsenal. If they win the title for the first time in 22
they won't care.
years, they will not
No, they won't care.
that it's underwhelming.
But
They'll just
everyone
think
else
it's job
will.
done. Well, yeah, last year he was giving Liverpool stick for the way they went about.
I've been
winning
proved
it.
right when you look at them this year. It wasn't.
They still won the league.
It wasn't a great Premier League
But they
last
still
year.
won the league.
Liverpool can't. That Liverpool team. That's what I said at the time. It was in March. We're at the Charlton Festival. I got a lot of stick from Liverpool fans, but I stand by it. You can't talk about the Liverpool team that won the league last year in the same breath as Manchester City's treble winners, United's treble winners, Jose's Chelsea, Arsenal's invincible.
But it was the first season in their development. It's like this season for Arsenal. This is the first season that they're going to put some silverware on the board. So you don't just automatically put them into a bracket with some of the greatest teams that have ever graced the Premier League. That happens over a longer period of time. It may well be that after that, they had to rejig. They surprised themselves by winning the title last year. They had to rejig. They had to rebuild for the future. It may be that they come again.
Whereas it's a different story with Arsenal. They've been building up to this moment. And I think that's why Gabby says, not to their fans, but maybe to the rest of us, if they are only going to score 69 goals, you've said maybe it is a little bit underwhelming. And I love Theo Walcott, but I can't believe he even asked the question on television. Would this Arsenal team beat the United team of 2008? Absolutely no chance.
It is a little odd, though, having come close 2 seasons ago with an attacking approach, a creative approach, that Arsenal have gone in such a different.
The window is about to slam shut. Transfer deadline day is here again, and the football world means business. We'll bring you the bargains, the whispers, every deal, every twist.
It's been that kind of bonkers window.
An unbelievable window.
Busy transfer window.
talkSPORT keeps you in the know. This is transfer deadline day. This is talkSPORT.
A couple of things that you should listen to. I mean, listen to talkSPORT all the time, of course. But tomorrow morning, Arsenal Invincible and former skipper Tony Adams will be live on the Sunday edition with Sean Custis and Henry Winter. That is from 9 o'clock. And the latest episode of How to Win the World Cup is live now on YouTube, all podcast platforms. It's really good fun. Matt Ford is great. He's got Jacob Hall. He's also great alongside him. And Brad Friedel. They talk all things goalkeeping with Brad. So, yeah, download that, listen to that, and keep listening to this if you'd like to. Jordan says, I'm a delivery driver in Bustleton, Western Australia.
That's
I
nice.
listen every weekend to Max and Charlie and Max and Barry. It brightens my evenings. Jordan, the Argyle fan. Thank you so much,
I wonder if you moved
Jordan.
to Western Australia on our
I
request.
think so. Yeah.
Because we did.
He's
ask
driving
at
a
one
heat
point,
pump.
didn't we?
He's driving a heat pump with wheels is what he's doing.
Driving it round.
Let's do
to Travis Perkins while eating Cadbury's chocolate.
Of course he is. Yes. Thank you, Travis Perkins. They are sponsoring this program. So go to Travis Perkins
Bold
right
and
now.
Trav,
Buy all their stock. Doing wonders for the trade. Find out more at travisperkins.co.uk or download the app. Let's do some EFL. The Guardian's EFL correspondent is Ben Fisher, and he joins us. Hey, Ben.
Hey, Ben.
Hey, Max. Hey, Charlie.
Lovely to have you on, as it always is. Where should we start? Should we start with that ridiculous performance from Derby yesterday at Ashton Gate?
Yes, I was there last night at Ashton Gate. An incredible performance. I mean, it was an amazing performance, let alone the fact that this was an away performance from Derby County. You know, they came into the game in good form, but on that kind of show it was near flawless. It was the perfect away performance. John Eustace doing a fine job at Derby, and probably one of the best managers outside of the top tier. We kind of forget because it was him who made way. The Birmingham owners decided to make way for Wayne Rooney. Obviously, that experiment didn't last too long, didn't work. Then he went to Blackburn. This time last season, they were 5th. Then at the time, he surprisingly left for Derby, his former club. And now he's got them in a similar position into the playoffs. And they look really good. They've got a nice mix of players, quite a nice dynamic. People like Rhian Brewster, Ben Brereton Diaz, kind of having this sort of second wind, if you like. But then they've got some younger players and maybe sort of more unproven players who are impressing. Bobby Clark was really good last night, I thought. And quite the show. Poor result for Bristol City, one of those teams who are hoping to be in there themselves.
And look, how impartial of you there, Ben, because you are a Bristol City fan. So when you're there working on that, are you just swearing at all the players?
Yeah, no, I mean, it was one of those where you genuinely, Derby were just so much crisper. They annihilated.
They couldn't miss, could they? That was the thing. Everything went in with 5 different scorers, I think it was. Just looked levels above Bristol City. You couldn't get hold of the midfield at all.
Yeah, it was like one of those. And somebody else said it years ago, Bristol City lost by 6 to Cardiff City, which is obviously a painful one. And it did feel a bit like that, where everything went in. That night it was Michael Chopra, and last night, as you say, it was... in the words of the Derby fans, who put the ball in the back of the net? Half the team did, with a couple of missing words there.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Now, look, Coventry were so far clear. They're now 3 points clear. They go to QPR today. And Middlesbrough are playing brilliantly, and Ipswich are doing pretty well. Hull still level on points with Ipswich as well. How nervous are you that Coventry won't make it?
I mean, I still think, I'm quietly confident Coventry will still be okay. I just think they have got so much at the top end of the pitch. They definitely need to tighten up defensively. That bit's gone awry a little bit. But they've strengthened as well this month. Roman Esse, somebody that obviously they got in from Palace, who played in this division for Millwall. Haji Wright, Ellis Sims, Ephron Mason-Clark, Sakamoto. Brandon Thomas Asante is banned for 3 matches for violent conduct. But obviously, he will return. He is their joint top scorer. So I think they've got enough. But yeah, let's face it, 10-point lead cut to 3, teams sort of breathing down their neck. But I think Lampard will be confident that his squad, which I think they will further strengthen before tomorrow's deadline, should give them a good chance of getting over the line. And I think, as Lampard was saying this week, maybe they're judged by unrealistic expectations. And that's probably true. They didn't lose a league game until 31st of October. They've been top for 4 or 5 months. And, maybe we've come to sort of expect, stuff that is a little bit unrealistic in terms of them just winning every week.
They're 8 points clear of third as well. So, I think they take that. I think they take promotion even if they don't win the league, wouldn't they? I predicted Ipswich's slump last week. I was roundly...
They've won 4 in a row.
Ridiculed.
Rightly so.
And they lost last week. They lost to Sheffield United 3-1. They've got Preston at home today. How do you see that going?
Yeah, I think I fancy Ipswich in terms of the game today. Again, they're another team. Them and Middlesbrough are probably put in the same bracket, and obviously Coventry too. But just in terms of that spending power this month, these are teams that are desperate to do it. Obviously, particularly in the case of Ipswich, having come back down and kind of, the sort of soreness and the pain that followed that. But I think that they've got a hell of a squad in this league. They're poaching best players from other teams in the league. Anis Mehmeti, they've just signed. Again, I think they've been linked with Joel Pirot, which wouldn't be a great surprise. They're going to strengthen again. So today I fancy them against Preston to get back on track. And yeah, I think they'll be maybe 2 from 3 for those 2 top spots.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned Borough there. They play Norwich, who are a form team, right? Norwich were like in the relegation zone, if not one place above it. They've won 4 in a row. I think they beat Coventry in midweek, didn't they? So this won't be as simple for Middlesbrough as if you didn't know the league table and you just stared at it.
No, it's a good barometer of the progress that Norwich have made, under Philippe Clement, who I must admit at the time you kind of thought, okay, not sure about that appointment. His stock was maybe a little bit damaged, obviously, from Rangers. Seemed a brave appointment, particularly where Norwich were when he took over. 23rd in the table, as you say, Max, 7 successive home defeats. But I don't think anybody's really obviously they want to make sure they're safe, but I don't think anybody's worried about relegation necessarily there anymore. They've shown more than enough. A couple of the players come to the fore. Jovan Makama, who they got last year out of Lincoln, scored 10 goals, 1.2 million signing. They've recruited smartly. But yeah, Borough, I don't know. They're allowing sort of fringe players to go to Championship rivals. They're sort of saying, we can do better than this. They're upgrading themselves. Sarmiento, somebody in this league who's impressed at numerous clubs, I think is a really good signing.
Blackburn play Hull, and Blackburn are in the relegation zone. Hull obviously flying, in 4th place. So I can't imagine, have Blackburn been down to League One in like recent memory? I always forget who's been down or not, but it just feels like such a massive club to get relegated.
Yeah, definitely a long time. Don't have it off the top of my head, but yeah, it feels a long time. And they've had a miserable few years, as we were saying. I think the fact that, John Eustace walking out on them around this time last year speaks volumes of where that club was going, the ownership, the kind of structure, which obviously the fans have been greatly unhappy about for a long time. People sort of forget, it's still the Venky's there. It feels like they've been there a lifetime, and all the sort of initial, I suppose, bad headlines that associated with them. But Hull are the surprise package in the league. Sergei Yerkovich, who only managed in Eastern Europe, came in as an unknown. I think there was a temptation to see Hull as a little bit of a basket case in terms of, sort of brash, bold ambitions, but actually not too much beneath it. But done a brilliant job. Dean Holden, former Bristol City manager, and his assistant, so he's got that championship experience. It's amazing because they're under a transfer embargo, but, have strengthened. So brilliant.
Into League Two, very quickly, Ben.
Of course,
Cambridge United have the longest unbeaten record on the EFL, 5 wins in a row. We're in the automatic position to go to Oldham. Do you think we can win League One next season?
Yes.
Thank you so much.
What a great yes.
That's all I wanted. The Guardian's EFL correspondent there, Ben Fisher. Thanks, Ben.
Thanks, Ben.
Thanks a lot.
Good stuff. TalkSport 2, by the way, Leicester Charlton kicks off in about 3 minutes' time. We'll be going to Sri Lanka, Charlie, just for a short holiday.
Pop over there.
But also, Cameron Ponsonby from The Athletic is following England's T20 tournament, the T20 World Cup out there. And we'll talk to him about Harry Brook defending his mates, not being a grass, in just a second.
The only problem I have with him, he done it again on the weekend against Arsenal. He played a pass to Mbeumo, and he was at fault for a poor pass. And he's thrown his arms up at Mbeumo, and Mbeumo's actually giving him some back of like, come on, as a player, you don't players throwing your arm.
Why is that wrong? That happens all the time.
I was going to say. But as a player, having played it at the game, anybody throws your arms up at you, you always have, you don't like it. Ask any players playing now, you don't like it. That's what he let himself down at. Garnacho copied him.
Don't compare Garnacho to Bruno Fernandes.
I'm saying he copied him, I'm not comparing him. I'm saying he copied. It's not a good example when you're throwing your arms up at your teammates. What he does on the pitch, his performances,
but isn't
outstanding.
That because he's from a different culture, from a different sort of upbringing, and
it's
he's
a
got
Portuguese mentality,
demeanour. He has, if you look at Jose Mourinho and the way he conducts himself, it's different to the way that Michael Carrick conducts himself because they're brought up in different cultures. And if you're going to have the World League, which
who else do you see do it?
Loads of players do it. Go watch Spanish football.
In the Premier League.
Yeah, but that's the point, Sam. I spend a lot of time in Portugal, as you know, and they are that sort of mentality. They are an expressive population. So
Back to South Africa with the Barmy Army on talkSPORT.
Yeah, your chance to win a trip to Cape Town with the Barmy Army. A week for two, the 2027 New Year's test. Watch every day of the match. Flights, hotels, spending money, all covered. And you will be with the Barmy Army. And here is Charlie Baker to tell you how to enter.
Yes, for your chance to win, text WIN to 83338. Text costs £2.50 plus your standard network rate, or call 0343 418 7260. Lines close this Friday at 4 p.m. That's when you'll need to answer your phone if it rings. 18 plus, UK residents only. This is a network promotion. Full T's and C's at talksport.com. Be your chance to win. Text WIN to 83338 now.
Yeah, good luck. Now the T20 series is live on talkSPORT 2. So you had one yesterday, Sam Curran getting that hat-trick. There'll be another one tomorrow. Let's talk to Cameron Ponsonby, who is from The Athletic and is out in Candy. Hey, Cameron, how are you?
Hello again, guys. Good to speak to you. Good to see you across the internet, across Zoom.
Did you get to go home at all? Like, have you had any time at home? Do you still know your friends?
He's travelling the world. He's living his dream. He's fine, Max. Let him be.
Charlie's correct. 5 days in home time. There was an amazing period where I think it was 102 days away from home and seen 2 England wins. Yeah. But we're now up to 4. So that's fine, or maybe even 5 actually. Right. So
what is home? Home is just a state of mind.
What does home mean? Oh, I see. Is it like that? Is it?
Home is where the bilateral series is. Oh. Home is where England are playing white ball cricket.
Famously, as they say.
That's how the song goes, isn't it? You're right. So look, shall we talk about Harry Brook not being a grass? I mean, the best ever not being a grass is that person that tweeted, I had a terrible sandwich from Tesco, and then Tesco replied going, can you tell us which one? And this Scottish guy went, I'm near grass. I'm not going to tell you. But on that level, where does Harry Brook, how do you sort of feel about what's happened?
So I was in the press conference last week and asked Brook if he was by himself, and he came back and he was like, yeah, by myself. And you're like, I know that's not true. I know you're quite
sadly out on his own in a nightclub. On his own.
There aren't many places where I can relate to these international cricketers because they're skills or whatever. But looking at a bloke who's roughly my age, say, yeah, I was out with my mates having beers and then they all went home and I decided to have more by myself when I'd work the next day. I was like, come on, mate, fine, whatever. And I think it's an example of where the headline is not the story here. So Brook, I think people would actually applaud him for not dobbing his mates in more than anything. I think it's the behaviour almost to be encouraged. But it goes back to the point where England, the management have never decided when to take their medicine with this story. And so it just carries on. So because England, they didn't reveal it at the time. And I understand that it was a judgment call. It's on the eve of the Ashes. Do you want this enormous story breaking where Australia are going to go mad for it? But then as soon as the story was out there was an opportunity to say, yep, we've slapped Brook Bethel-Tongue with a fine. We've moved on. We've cleaned our hands of it. But instead, it's rumbling on and on. And I think it reflects worse on kind of Rob Key, the managing director, who said to the press in Melbourne, all the way back at Boxing Day, that in relation to that specific night in Wellington, no formal action had been taken against the players. We haven't had any disciplinary issues in the last 4 years, and that just simply wasn't true. And it's one thing for when a peer is not dobbing in his mates. It's another thing for when the bosses are saying something that's not true. Yeah. And just to cover talkSPORT's back here, England say in regards to that that they were talking about the social media video. There was a video of the England lads out having a beer, and they were saying we're talking about that in particular, and not what happened later on in the night. But we can talk off air about how realistic that viewpoint is.
Let's just get to the hat trick yesterday. What I particularly liked about about the hat trick was this: I was listening to the Hawksby and Jacobs show on in the afternoon, which is a very, very good radio show.
Great show.
And
they're good.
Paul and Andy were on, and that's always the best days. And Andy was saying, "Well, I've just watched Sam Curran's second over, and it was even worse than his first, if that can be possible." And then he went and got a hat trick, which was exciting because Andy really knows his cricket, so it's great. And I really like Sam Curran. I'm a big supporter of Sam Curran. I think he should be in the Test team. I think he's got great energy, and I love the guy.
This is what's weird, is that England off the pitch at the moment, absolute mess. England on the pitch, they're kind of getting their act together. I know kind of beating Sri Lanka in a one-day series just after an Ashes and just before a T20 World Cup is about as off-Broadway as you can kind of get. But Sri Lanka hadn't lost at home in like 5 years. England have been quite bad in ODI cricket. And so that's actually a really positive result. And then in the T20 game, you've got a really exciting batting lineup with Phil Salt, Jacob Bethel, Brooke, Joss Buttler. You've got two brilliant spinners, well, one brilliant spinner and one very good spinner in Adil Rashid and Liam Dawson. And then Sam Curran. Sam Curran, I'm with you, Charlie. He's not necessarily like the fans' favourite or most popular cricketer in the world or the most trendy cricketer in the world, but he's batted 3 in the IPL and opened the bowling in Test cricket. Yeah. And there's very, very few cricketers in the world who can lay claim to those two skill sets. I get annoyed though when cricketers do something which give them a reason to then continue talking about not getting too high or too low. Because I always think that's the most boring line in history. It's like, I just want to stay very level. Because Sam Curran had a terrible day. He'd been whacked everywhere. And in the last 3 balls he had in the match, he took wickets for all 3 of them, became only the second England men's player to take a hat-trick. And so now I just know the next time I interview him, he'll be like, well, I just want to get too high and too low. Things can change very quickly. I was like, let's celebrate the hat-trick. It's cool. It's exciting.
I'll tell you why I don't like Sam Curran.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah.
Okay, here we go.
He exudes so much youth. Like, he's so springy and bouncy and young. And he just makes me feel every day of the 46 years old that I am.
Oh, this is your problem. This isn't Sam Curran's problem.
You could
You've got to
say
look
it's my
inside
problem.
yourself here.
Max, an anecdote you won't like in that context.
Okay, yeah, please.
So Sam Curran first played for Surrey when I think he was 17 years old, 16, 17 years old. And the story of the guys who worked at the Oval is that it'd be a Thursday night, 25,000 people would be arriving at the Oval, including Sam Curran in his school uniform. He'd be coming straight from school and waltzing out to play cricket.
Yeah,
and he's been around for a decade. And he
still looks so. Yeah,
just be happy for him, Max.
No, I'm happy for him. You're right. It is my problem, but like you brought up Sam Curran. I wasn't going to bring him up.
Okay.
Do you just going back to
being
that,
his brother? Imagine being his brother who's like worse than him, just a bit worse.
He's pretty good still, Tommy. Well, I was going to go back to that question about Parry Brook and the drinking culture idea. Like, you're quite close to this. You're traveling with them. Like, is there a massive problem with him just getting larruped all the time, or is that being blown out of proportion? I mean, if I was a cricketer and I was away for so long, I probably would.
I think there's. I was doing a Q&A event with Steve Harmison, talkSPORT Steve Harmison, the other day.
Of course, yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, drinking culture. You should have lined us up 20 years ago. We'd have had all of them." And I think that's kind of the point. In that, by 20 years ago, no, there isn't a drinking culture. But by the modern standards of other sports, and again, I would say it's not everyone. In fact, I'd say the vast majority of the players are not big drinkers, but there is a core unit there where, I'm acting like it's a secret. We've all seen the videos, we've all seen the photos. I just think you want to come back to the core point that there was a group of England players who were out playing a game the next day, and they're out having a few drinks. Can you imagine if it was an England football match and that was the case?
I think it'd be cool with it. In a World Cup, that'd be totally fine. There wouldn't be any sort of.
It's a lot easier than football as well, isn't it?
You know what? That's entirely true. That's why I play it, because not football I was no good at. I was just imagining, imagine if England football team had a kickoff against Wales at Wembley at 8 p.m. And then a video of them doing bottomless brunch came out 9 hours before. There'd be head loss, and the timings wise, it was pretty similar. So
still beat Wales, though, I reckon.
Exactly, and that'd be even better. Harry Kane just waltzing around.
So sorry to ask a serious question, Cameron. But do you think that because we all thought during the Ashes they'd say, look, someone's head will roll because of the performances on the pitch and the lack of preparation, all those kind of things. Now we've sort of had the situation where potentially, official, higher ups are not necessarily telling you the entire truth at press conferences.
Yeah.
Will there be any accountability? Does there need to be? Or should we go, we're actually playing all right at T20 World Cup, at the moment, the World Cup is close. We should just keep it as it is because we could win that.
I think you're right with the first bit. So the Telegraph newspaper reported that Rob Key, who's the managing director, was probably safe, and McCullum, who's the head coach, was less safe, basically. And that was the state of play as of a week ago. But I keep on going back to, there's that kind of cliched saying of like, act strong when you're weak and act weak when you're strong. And I remember Rob Key came into this press conference in Melbourne where the Ashes had been lost in 11 days, a record small amount of time, or joint record. And so you're as weak as you are in that instance. And he was like, yep, we got the preparation wrong, we've got the selection wrong, and we've probably got the execution wrong as well. And I was like, well, hang on, like, what are you going to say in your PowerPoint presentation to your boss? Like, you've got to point to something that's in the positive column.
Find something.
And yeah, and then now we have this instance where it's so much easier to talk about from this side of the microphone, as it were, where you're going, well, you got that wrong in hindsight, you got that wrong in hindsight. It's a massive judgment call of when England fessed up to this Harry Brook incident. But the fact of the matter is now we know it's not gone well, and it's gone badly, and it's put Brook in awkward situations where he's had to lie to the press to cover his mates back. Whereas if England had just said, yeah, Bethel and Tongue were out with him as well, slap him on the wrist, then that's nipped in the bud. So now you're kind of like, if you're Rob Key, in my mind at least, you're 4-0 down in terms of like the important things. So I don't see, if he does keep his job, then this is one of the cricket's problems. There's a lot of apathy around it. I'll kind of shrug my shoulders and go, oh, right, so does nothing matter? Okay, then fine. But I think there at least needs to be increased scrutiny and kind of, in my mind, I don't really understand why it's being reported he's safe, to be perfectly honest, but there we go.
Fine. Hey, thanks for coming on, Cameron. Enjoy
Always, thank you.
home, wherever it may be, wherever the bilateral series is.
Wherever the bilateral series
great song
is. It'll be like Chittagong in 12 months' time. That's the plan.
Exactly, good stuff. Cameron Ponsonby there.
Thanks, Cameron.
And Candy. You can hear live and exclusive ball-by-ball commentary of the second T20 between Sri Lanka and England on talkSPORT 2 and the talkSPORT Cricket YouTube channel from 1 o'clock on Sunday. Always time for time difference, and that will be next.
I've got to say, though, I mean, I am with Dino on this one, really, as opposed to yourself, Jay. But I think Thomas Frank should be given Tom. I think the trouble is, you see, it's too easy to sort of say, oh, we're not doing well, sack the manager, right? He's only been in the job 6 months. Let's be frank here, right? I'm going to spell it out for the other fans, right? They're listening to your glorious channel, right? We finished 17th in the league. He has not taken over a team that finished in the top 4. We qualified the Champions League because we won that trophy.
Yeah, we won the Europa League and we had a load of injuries and we sacked off the Premier League at the end of last season. So, yeah, I know we finished 17th and it wasn't good enough. I get that. But there needed to be a massive improvement. With the players that we've got, we shouldn't be where we are in the table. You can't... The performances, Chris, are not acceptable in the Premier League. That's your bread and butter. And look, we're a great side in the Champions League and we're a joy to watch. But that's got to go into the Premier League performances.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the thing is, look, we should have done better against Burnley. There's no question about that. But I do think as well, again, this is where with Dino in this one, right? The thing is, I don't think it's all Thomas Frank's fault, right? We need, right? And the thing is, look, this is a hangover from the old boardroom that were there, right? We did not push the boat out enough for signings, right? I mean, we've got a lot of average players in that team, right? I mean, apart from Van der Ven, Porro, and maybe Kulusevski,
Romero.
They are bang average. Romero as well. They're bang average players, Jay.
Kulusevski ain't.
Kulusevski's, I think he's a great player.
Xavi Simons is
Solanke's
starting to show
really
some
good
signs of
striker.
being a top player.
It's Richarlison.
Hello and welcome to talkSPORT Goals. I'm taking you through what should be another busy day of football.
Chance to win it!
We don't need to do that, guys.
I'm going to owe you an apology.
How would you get to that conclusion? That's a weak mentality.
Oh, get out of it.
Thanks to the good people of Travis Perkins. Download the app. Go to travisperkins.co.uk. They sponsor this show, or they sponsor Time Difference because it's in the show. That's what's happening right now. Let's go live.
Has anyone ever done 3 hours radio before, Max? I don't know.
I don't think so. I'm not sure, but it feels like a long time. But the energy has been insane. Let's go live to the seat next to Charlie. There's always time for Time Difference. Here's your host, Reese the Lock Glock.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. How are we?
Hello.
Relentless is what we are.
We are totally relentless.
Relentless.
We're guessing goals, times from this week, and as always, joining me is Jeff Peters.
Oh, hello, Jeff.
Hello from Elland Road,
good.
Leeds.
Oh,
so, time difference. We've had 4 this year. Max won the first 2, and Charlie has won the last 2. So it is 2-2.
2-2.
Very excited.
To Desmond.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Hoping Jeff's feeling all right. I know he was on his Instagram saying he wasn't feeling great. I hope you're feeling all right today, Jeff. Are you feeling better?
Painkillers doing the job.
Oh,
so far.
Good news.
Good for you.
Hope you feel
Good
better
for you.
soon, Jeff.
All right, come on, Reese. Let's get on with it.
Come on, get on
Nice
with it.
one. Our first goal was from Monday evening as Norwich beat Coventry live on talkSPORT 2. But can you tell me, Max, what minute did Ali Ahmed win the game for the Canaries?
I
don't think he can.
It's a lot of noises.
Yeah. Well, noise is important with radio.
Oh, 100%.
I've been doing this a long time, Reese. I
Oh,
know
no,
these
totally.
things. Yeah. 73rd minute.
Charlie?
74th minute.
See where it sounded.
Lays it off to Diallo, squared in, here comes Ahmed! Ali Ahmed scores again!
Oh.
It was the 67th minute.
Wrong way.
Over
Max
to you, Jeff.
6, Charlie 7.
Okay, good stuff. Great start. Well done, everyone.
Well done.
Good stuff. Our second goal comes from the big Wednesday night of Champions League action across the talkSPORT network. And the game in question is Newcastle's 1-1 draw at PSG.
Oh, goodness
there we
sake.
go. Been ready for
Someone say bless you. Someone say bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
So unprofessional.
Carry on, Reese. How to sneeze.
Newcastle at PSG live on talkSPORT. But can you tell me what minute Vitinha opened the scoring for the Parisians? That is Charlie.
Sorry, I was put off by Max's sneeze. Can you just tell me the game again?
Newcastle at PSG, 1-1 during the week. What minute did Vitinha open the scoring for Paris Saint-Germain?
No idea. I was on stage in East Grinstead.
Me too.
With Harry Hill, and it was very funny.
Okay, me
very
too.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a good gig. Well done, everyone.
I'm going to say the 21st minute.
Over to you, Max.
No, I think that's pretty good. I was going to say 17. I'll stick with 17.
Let's hear how it sounded.
Kvaratskhelia locked into his left. Vitinha coming onto it, right footed at the pass,
It was the 8th minute.
Oh, it was early.
Over to you, Jeff.
So
Dreadful. Go on, Jeff.
So Max is 9 minutes out on his guess, so he moves on to 15, and Charlie 13 minutes out, moves on to 25. The gap, 3 to go.
Not a bad game though. Pretty good game.
Good game, everyone.
Enjoying
good
it.
game.
I'm enjoying it.
I'm having a nice time.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Good game. Sticking with Wednesday, Napoli 2, Chelsea 3, live on the main station. But can you tell me what minute João Pedro scored his second goal of the game?
Me, is it?
That's you, Max.
His first was so good. Second was the 70th minute.
Was it the winner? Was it the winner?
I believe so.
70...
Well, you should give him that.
You think that's bad, do you, Max? I shouldn't.
No, it's fine. It was the winner.
72nd minute.
Let's hear how it sounded.
And here goes Pedro up to the edge of the area. Garnacho with him. Pedro goes alone and scores for Chelsea.
The 82nd minute.
There were so many games. So many games.
18
well,
games.
18 football matches. I watched all of them, every minute of all of them.
Yeah. So Max 12 minutes out on his guess onto 27. Charlie 10 minutes out onto 33. The gap, 2 to go. Charlie to guess first on goal number 4.
2
What
to
a
go.
game.
God, this is
Unbelievable.
really good stuff, isn't it?
Classic time difference.
Talk Black Death, says Shawnee. That's the sneezing.
Are we talking about the
No, you
beats we are?
sneezing. You sneezing. Yeah.
It is breaking news. I have bubonic plague, and it is a disappointment. Well, I'll see what I can do.
Not for everyone.
Hopefully, I'll be on with. Hopefully, it's not for everyone, but I like it, and I'll be on with Barry, and hopefully, I'll be over it. But I do have a bit of man flu, but I don't think. I have bubonic plague.
Okay, moving on. Come on then, Reece.
Our fourth goal, this one's for Charlie, comes from Thursday night's Europa League action as Nottingham Forest beat Robbie Keane's Ferencváros 4-0 live on the main station. But can you tell me what minute Igor Jesus scored his first goal of the game?
Not a clue. Where was I Thursday night? Somewhere else Thursday night.
And where was I on Thursday? I was on stage with John Gielgud.
Dear. Where was I Thursday night? I was doing something.
Maybe on Thursday.
I can't remember. Somewhere good. I was doing lots of nice things this week. I'm going to say... I was on stage with Kerry Godliman, actually, at a PTA event.
She's good.
Yeah, very
like
good.
that.
So I'm going to just have a guess and say the 23rd minute.
Max?
I have no idea, because after watching 18 games on Wednesday, I needed a day off. So I'll say the 31st minute.
See how it sounded.
He's got it again. Igor Jesus making his way forward towards the edge of the penalty area, and it is in. He squeezed it.
Oh, it is the 21st minute.
Oh, it's close, wasn't I?
So what this means, Max is 10 out onto 37, Charlie 2 out onto 32. Charlie is in the lead, leads by 5, and Charlie has to go first on goal number 5.
What a game.
Goal number 5. What a game.
Max has got to be 6 minutes either way.
Thank you, Jeff.
6 either way. Thank you, Jeff.
Nice new frames, by the way, Jeff. Nice new glasses.
Yeah.
I love new glasses. Very nice.
Yeah.
And you'll be pleased to know that goal number 5 comes from Tuesday night's League One action on talkSPORT 2 as Lincoln City beat Bradford
Is it Cambridge's goal against Shrewsbury?
It is
not.
not.
I know that one.
Bradford have signed Paul Mullin from Wrexham on loan. That's
Have
good
they?
signing for them, isn't it? Yes.
Yeah.
Good signing. Lincoln 3, Bradford 0 from League One, live on talkSPORT 2 on Tuesday night. But can you tell me what minute Jack Moylan scored his goal?
No, I was really
That's not a fair question, is it? It's not a fair
I was heavily
question.
relying on last night's derby v Bristol.
Well, yeah.
I'd noticed that.
12, 14, 65.
Come on, you can't give us I know Lincoln are doing well.
You were doing some
Lincoln
prep
really
work,
are
the
story of
Paperboy.
League
No,
One.
not
Baker,
on the
the
day. You're
Paperboy
allowed to
standard.
watch the game. You're allowed to watch the game.
You're not allowed to check on the day.
Not on the day.
That's
You're not
true.
allowed to check.
Yeah.
Which
Lincoln,
goal is
where
it?
did
Lincoln what?
It's Jack Moylan's goal.
Yeah,
I believe it was the middle goal.
Oh, that doesn't help me.
If that helps you guys, should probably won't.
Not a clue. And Max has only got to be 5 the right way, so it's really
6.
It's really on 6 the right way. So I'm just going to say the 45th minute, and we'll see which half Max wants to go in. Probably got that wrong.
You go, Max.
51.
See how it sounded.
Hackett tries to drive, it's blocked by Cian Kelly, and then nodded down by Street.
Good commentator.
Super.
Moylan. Sounds early.
It's the 41st.
Oh,
There it is.
Congratulations. Congratulations, Max 47, Charlie 36. Charlie wins 3 in a row in time difference.
Wow,
lost
3 in a row.
Lost 5 in a row on the birthday spread, but won 3 in a row on time difference. It's Max 2, Charlie 3. Well done all.
The three-peat. Thanks, Jeff. Hope you feel better.
Thanks, Jeff. Have a good day. You've got a good game there. Leeds Arsenal.
Oh, yeah, smashing.
Unless you're leaving before kickoff, an odd place to go just for this. Thanks, Jeff. Thank you, Reece.
Thanks, Reece.
Cheers, guys.
Thank you, Charlie.
Thanks, Max.
Yes.
If people want
you,
4
Charlie.
more hours of me, do join me 2 till 6 on Virgin Radio.
Yeah, if you'd like 10 minutes of me, join me at London Fields Lido, August the 17th at 8:36 a.m. That's when my slot is. Adrian Durham is next.
I'm doing this gig up a ski slope, end of season in Austria, and I'm with my dad, and we're travelling down to the gondola. It's a big gig, but we'll get up there in a gondola, and my security goes, Maradona's here, and he wants to say hello to you. Like, Maradona in Austria? I'm like, yeah, get out of the car, and there's Maradona. And like, you know, I don't speak Spanish. And, you know, but we're very happy to see each other, and we have our pictures taken together, and we go up in the gondola, and my dad's like, what's your life like, son? I go, it's amazing, isn't it? People like Maradona want to come and see me,